सांसें बढ़ा देने वाला फैल्कन्स की ओर से यहाँ पे
हेलो व्हाट्स अप भाई यार हिंदी नहीं इंग्लिश ही ढूंढ रहा हूँ मैं।
हाथों लिया पीना ने, पीना के पास मौका, और जैसा कि मैंने कहा ये जीने कहाँ देते हैं, बस नाम ही तो पीना है इनका। एक के बाद एक नॉकआउट, और अकेले पीना ने यहाँ पे 2 अलग अलग टीम के कुल मिला के 3 खिलाड़ी परास्त कर दिए। फैल्कन्स शायद बताते हुए कि अब तक जो है हमने शक्ति प्रदर्शन किया नहीं था, बट ये काफी खौफनाक दृश्य।
इधर गया भाई ये रहा। इंडियन टीम ने एक भी फ्रैग नहीं निकाला अभी तक। हाँ बनी गए एच बढ़िया। ट्रोल ने भी स्ट्रॉ हेड्स को मारा। सब स्ट्रॉ हेड्स को ही पकड़ रहे क्या?
So now he's going to try and fight his way out. Gets Alu down as KD God joins in, but unfortunately Pratik was watching the flank and DRS comes out on top with 2.
Crazy stuff coming in from DRS.
एसटीएल ने 2 मार लिए, टैग ने 2 मार लिए, स्ट्रॉ हैट्स का एक ही जिंदा बचा है।
Rocks unturned as well as Team Secret looking to go head to head against Gun Dynasty here. Waiting for time here, Tikoi in the front line, putting a bit of damage, and Veja barely alive. Rushes forward, one player from Gun Dynasty knocked down, and for Tikoi, it's all about finding the last member, and death from above, and cleans up house. Team Secret looking real good right now with 2 eliminations already, and the rest of GD running away with
मस्त है
tucked between their legs.
टैग मार, अबे टैग एसटीएल को मार रही भाई। इंडियन टीम से आपस में भिड़ जा रही।
Onto the edge of the map, and it's going to be a slow game from this point onwards. There's actually some concern for Team Secret's chances today, the heavy hitters. As Vitality shows up on the feed as well, taking out members of DRS. Stroax actually clapped back. Aurora now running into Falcons. DRS Gaming wiped out.
टीजी वर्सेस टैग हो गया।
Still on a rampage there, on fire, forced to reposition with one of the players getting a knockdown as well.
वाओ टीजी वर्सेस टैग हो गया। मेरा कर्शिश किधर है? सेकंड
DRS Falcons cuts down the ranks. Straw Hats cool catching up onto Benel. And you find a finisher here. Teammates not anywhere in sight. It's going to take it slow. If Benel gets removed, that's going to be gun down.
Falcons ने 7 मार दिए।
Hear how loud the players are down there
wow.
As soon as they manage to get a wipeout here, with who waiting for that opening.
एक मिनट गाइस, कुछ एक चीज चेंज कर रही है मेरे को।
But no full committal quite yet, and for good reason. The lack of information, the lack of ideas where other teams might be, that's keeping them at bay.
हो गया।
But now out of there, Stelby came back off cooldown, but Straw Hats are calling in reinforcement, and there's an interception there. Shocked, lying in wait. There's the glue wall used, but now bringing his teammate back just in time. Heroics from Straw Hats, or in this case from Gun Dynasty, to keep that lifeline in this game.
4 people are watching guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Indian teams की start अच्छी हुई है।
Look at the STC replay here. Vitality up against DRS.
Falcons की start अच्छी है, Indian teams की start अच्छी है।
In the front line, making quick work of DRS.
Vitality की start अच्छी है। टीम सीक्रेट ने 4-5 मार दिए हैं। Anyways, अबे तुम लोग को दिक्कत लग रही है क्या? मेरे को क्योंकि दिक्कत, रुको, हाँ मैं वही बोला, मेरे को लगा ही दिक्कत है। मैं कह रहा था कि ब्रांड डील दिलवा दूं क्या? भाई अब तो डर लग रहा है। नेवर माइंड, जब तक दूसरी तरफ की बात नहीं आती वी वोंट से एनीथिंग। 10 टीम्स 30 प्लेयर्स। मेरे को पता है कल रात से दिमाग में वही बात घूम रही है।
So smart and tactical decision there from the Hornets. They will survive with 3 members for now, but shouldn't be too big of a problem as Team Secrets were a bit too far behind to have any impact on.
जल्दी से रिएक्शन देके कंट्रोवर्सी कर लो, व्यूज ही व्यूज लेने होते ना, कल रात को इंस्टा वीडियो आ जाती, शॉर्ट्स पे भी आ जाती, इंस्टा भी आ जाती, लॉन्ग फॉर्म एक वीडियो भी डाल देता, बट मन नहीं है मेरा वो कवर करने का, कंट्रोवर्सीज नहीं कवर करना चाहता मैं.
Northern side so interesting. Never mind, hold that thought here. Troll definitely heard the footsteps of KD got there as well. Gonna cross by one another. The glue walls keep Troll at bay and managing to get his teammates back into the game must be frustrating with the off timing.
Both of them going.
वही दिक्कत है. क्या बचा है?
Survival first, elimination second. So both of them just wanted to do some shopping at the vending machine. No harm, no foul there. S8UL.
क्या बचा है? टैग और एसएडीएल ने आपस में भिड़े ही नहीं भाई. रिवाइव देने दे दिया कि भाई तू आ रिवाइव दे दे, बंदे बुला ले. टीम ऑफ, अरे बाप रे.
Rightfully so at Mammoth. Big area to work with. Falcons running into Gun Dynasty and this time it's Benal to take the hit.
Falcons भी मार रही है. फ्रैग्स लगेंगे भाई. इस बार क्वालिफिकेशन के लिए फ्रैग्स लगेंगे. ऐसा नहीं है कि बिना फ्रैग्स के क्वालिफाई कर जाओगे. मारना तो पड़ेगा.
And Falcons will make it painless. Gun Dynasty out.
Falcons देखो 11 पॉइंट निकाल चुकी है. Vitality 8, Tag 7. बहुत सारे फ्रैग्स निकल रहे हैं. By the way, CS2 के भी ENC क्वालिफायर्स चालू हो गए हैं.
Taking that damage dealer right now, damage dealer and leader, excuse me.
That's what's been missing for Team Secret. A couple of recipes need to be fine-tuned from yesterday, especially when we look at some of the key players. Tikoi and PLS1.
Hong Kong को हरा दिया. Yes sir.
Good day. It's the biggest advantage.
अभी मैच किसके साथ है? कोई आइडिया?
And yesterday it really is ugly hit. So far, good start to game 1. 9 eliminations under their belt and counting. Straw Hats though will again get their revive in, same as S8UL. Not out of the game just yet, but Nor actually dropped into the.
Odyssey देखने नहीं गए? What is that?
That could be another 3 points for the Latam representatives.
Interestingly enough, we're seeing some of these teams start farming these eliminations, and there's so
मेरे को आइडिया ही नहीं है.
Falcons, Vitality, as well teams.
Odyssey, नहीं.
Another one of them. It's so scary just seeing them move around the.
I am right now out of everything भाई. मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
Many of these players, as soon as execution.
मैं कोई मूवी नहीं जा रहा, कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा हूँ. वॉच पार्टीज करता हूँ, कंटेंट प्लान करता हूँ. कुछ तो हो गया भाई. इंस्टा पे वीडियो ही नहीं डाल पा रहा हूँ. I know, Odyssey समझ गया मैं.
This circle should finally force Total Gaming IQ to start making a move from Mammoth. And usually is an area that Twisted Mind likes to contest, but thankfully, since they are in the grand finals, it was freed up for TG. Falcons once more, multiple UAVs deployed just to cover the ground, get the lay of the land out. 12 eliminations.
AWC के चक्कर में मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा, पता है.
Within the vicinity of limits line of sight, if he so wishes to.
Falcons lobby खाली कर दो, कर ही रहे हो लोग.
Team Secret so far out, and actually Falcons with the.
अपने लॉन्डो को देखो, कुछ नहीं कर रहे. एटलीस्ट टैग मार तो रही है.
This is great, especially since they are going to be advantageous enough with the compound.
अपने लॉन्डे कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे.
Secret decides to just rotate over from northern side straight. They have to take this fight against the Falcons. Regardless, the circle will shift a bit more toward the southern.
OG #1 चल रही है करंट टूर्नामेंट में. बढ़िया है.
Middle area in full control.
बढ़िया है.
Be the one that lays the law of the land, keeping the rest of teams out if they are strong enough.
बट वही चीज है यार, ये जो परफॉर्मेंस आ रही है ना. खाच भूया ये.
My guess is the next circle shift will bring them all out into the open, and we saw that happen a couple of times yesterday, and that really is the true test for some of these.
मेरे को सिर्फ एक चीज का डर है कि ओजी इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है, गॉडलाइक इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है, ईडब्ल्यूसी के स्टेज पे इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है, ग्रैंड फाइनल्स तो एटलीस्ट क्वालिफाई कर जाए. अगर ये नहीं हुआ ना तो सीन है भाई. क्या एंटीना पे चढ़ गया भाई. लोग किधर चढ़ जाते हैं.
I was sort of expecting them to just really, let her rip as the members of Team Secret rotate over and just really maybe steal away an elimination or
जी पे भेज कर देता हूँ
this
तेरे लिए
time,
बस
they're prioritizing on more
शक्तिमान
opportune situations. Oh, crossbar here, there.
वो मारा वो भाई वो शक्तिमान ने ऊपर चढ़ के ही मारा है
Counter.
This high ground run is not going to be easy. They will have
अरे क्या हो गया
to
अबे
PLS1
हमारे लौंडे जिंदा तो रहते नहीं है
a couple of pick off. But this is where Team Secret sometimes struggle.
ग्राफिक्स एंड कंट्रोल्स देख के एंजाइटी होती है सही है भाई
PLS1 started off good. Takes out Koja on the side.
अपने बंदों से कुछ नहीं हो रहा भाई
Big anchor for Vitality. Rescue come in, the medic in the form of Sabank. PLS1, if you can pin them down.
व्हाट्सएप पे भेजा तो था ऑलरेडी
Joel is there on the end, but got caught out there. Team Secret so away.
वापस भेज दे
And even the Valiant actually quickly break those glue walls. but
सीक्रेट वर्सेस वाइटैलिटी चल रहा है
does not realize that someone waiting in the wings dunks him down.
बनी को वापस बुलाया
They thought they had the high ground here, now in trouble, but able to recover. Joel left bleeding, and the rest of Team Secret, well, for PLS1 is all about the reposition and just trying to get away and bring his teammates.
भाई देखते किसकी डायरेक्शन में मारते दूसरे डायरेक्शन में सबसे बड़ा मेरे को इसका नेगेटिव ही तो वही लगता है कि जायरो तो है नहीं तुम कंट्रोल तो कर नहीं सकते लेफ्ट राइट क्या ही करते हो पता नहीं मतलब गेम मैकेनिक्स थोड़े से एफ है अपने वाले सिर्फ रिकॉल होते हैं रिकॉल का पॉइंट मिले तो #1 होते हैं बात सही है टैग वाले मार रहे भाई
Vitality, not wanting to give up. Koja actually getting tagged his limit from the
टैग मार रही है 1 by 1
PLS1.
You cannot cross the Falcon.
टैग वाले कड़क मार रहे हैं
Aware.
अपने वाले प्ले जोन से जा रहे हैं
Snipers. Nasty work. You can't cross. Your head has to be down.
टैग वालों का बुया हो सकता है
Falcons, I don't think Jack is gonna survive this encounter anytime soon.
वाइटैलिटी गायब है
They're just keeping an eye out for any other
TG 4 man alive
circle. I don't think any more than that is going to be achieved.
14 points now for the Falcons. Next in front of them, Titan Esports Club.
हमने 3 फ्रैग निकाले
Jack wasn't able to be picked up. As the blue zone was the one that got the elimination at the end. PLS1 is starting to get pushed. Let's see how much he can make out of this. KD got with a good tag.
हाँ टैग टैग मारती जाएगी
Steals it away.
अरे वुल्विन
Shot mid-air by Lion. So TAG now will have to make that small move, but
ओ ओ ओ
pin down Falcons on top.
मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ मेरे हिसाब से अपने वाले धनवीर करण है भाई अरे रे
By step. First step was just taking out the Team Secret player and then crossing.
ट्रोल को कहीं से जगह मिली है क्या
As well, going to be pressured. Troll hasn't been noted quite yet. He could be able to run away.
लायन के प्लेयर्स मार रहे हैं अपने को फैल्कन को भी दे रहे हैं
But TEC, there we go. Quick, just knock him down there.
तो आज को टीसी मार रही है
We'll be able to walk away with another point.
भाई क्या क्या चल रहा है
But the fight's not over quite
What is happening?
The final boss, which are the Falcons. The high ground full in their control. But
ट्रोल को देखो ट्रोल बिगाड़ सकता है गेम स्ट्रॉ हैट्स के लिए
And like I said earlier on, Tash, the circle is going to move out into the
बट
open.
टीसी
True Tash, TEC, अब Straw has TEC.
अपना पहला गेम गया 9 बचे
Dominant fashion there,
Scopin.
by Blade with a triple. As we down to the 5 teams. Falcons was early on pinned down by Lion, but now
#1 तो नहीं अपन #2 जरूर आ सकते हैं
and pick up a couple again. Najat tried to run away, but not possible. Could just responded on fire, but no confirmation.
ओवरऑल पोजीशंस में #2 जरूर आ सकते हैं फैल्कन जितना मार रही है उतने तो नहीं मार पाएंगे
honestly scary how they just waterfall down and completely obliterate TEC. Only Kutush is left.
Game khatam.
Hasn't been spotted quite yet, but the Falcons are still being super cautious, knowing that there's another team watching and just seeing them close by. But it's Pina to open up that space, checking those corners, dotting their eye, crossing the
Excuse
T.
me.
They spotted out TAG, also the Lions as well.
वाट लग गई TAG की
TAG, they're not able to rotate into the zone.
एनीवेज 15 पॉइंट्स बढ़िया है
Climbed down by the Lions, and the rotation was just too late.
बढ़िया है बढ़िया है
Very didn't work out. Falcons getting pushed, but still able to retrieve that team. Is Karoro bleeding.
टीजी टॉप 3 में आ गई
Was able to patch himself back up.
खेल खत्म बेटा अरे टीजी है टॉप 3 है
Prime position.
ये देखो मारा फैल्कन के एक बंदे को
Lion has something to say about it.
They're just still waiting patiently right now. There's a lot of pressure coming in from so many different angles. The Lion cannot come through the front door, so they're gonna move away to a different compound and just really.
भाई एक तो ये दीवारों पे ये विंडोज पे दीवारें बना देते हैं भाई
Circle in their favor. It's gonna start shifting. So TG, they can move and let Lion and Falcons play this out.
Waiting here, Aztec gonna rush
ये देखो,
forward, cannot
on fire भी गया।
get Walter, great opening onto on fire, just to cripple down the Falcons a little bit more.
लायंस को फंसा दिया है।
Slow and steady, you do not need to rush this.
फैल्कन्स को अपन मारते ही जा रहे हैं,
TG, this is your chance.
फंसाए जा रहे हैं। फैल्कन्स फंस चुकी है।
You know it's possible. Falcons now threatened by the blue.
Have to move forward as well. Here's Gameskin keeping the red
Falcons फंस चुकी है।
from the zone, and they're forced to move away. Zoned out, on fire.
अरे खाली नॉक नहीं, फिनिश भी कर लो। हाँ इसे।
Doing the damage and taking away that.
फैल्कन्स फंस चुकी है। फैल्कन्स हिल चुकी है पूरी।
Not in their favor. And as for the rest of the team here, TG forced because they have to be aware that the Lion is close by.
Great rotation from Lion on the flank as well.
ओए, ओए।
They stopped it. Aztec gets traded out by Hacks. They had the position, but Lion knew just where to strike.
अरे टीजी वाले मार रहे भाई।
To try and salvage the situation and get a couple of points.
गायब कर दिया वोटा ने एक और।
Drops down the building, but he does have Aztec.
वोटा मार रहा है भाई।
This is still very doable for Total Gaming IQ.
Timing is so
दबा दबा के मार रहे पूरा।
bit more space.
फैल्कन गई।
But the shots coming in from Joker is just incredible.
They
One
can
knocked
do it.
down. And now for TG, gonna rush forward here. Lion only one member left.
3v1
Gonna try and make some
पहला
moves
गेम
here.
पहला बूया।
I don't think TG is gonna allow that to happen. A reposition is that the
यहाँ 1v3 हो गए तो अब से बड़ा चौक कोई नहीं है, लेकिन नहीं। टीजी gets the first booyah of the day.
Another booyah for the region. Total Gaming Esports IQ. Aztec with the lifeline.
भाई साहब उम्मीद कर रहे थे टैग मारेगी, यहां से टीजी निकाल गई है। उम्मीद एक्चुअली थी कि टैग मारेगी। एसटीएल से तो मेरे को उम्मीद भी नहीं है, जिस हिसाब का गेम भाई दिखाया है इन्होंने। बट टीजी ने हेवी मारा है भाई, टीजी ने हेवी मारा है। इंडिया वर्सेस मंगोलिया चल रहा है CS2। इधर भी मंगोलिया है। स्कोर देखते हैं। हम 2-0 पीछे। नेवर माइंड, EWC पे वापस आओ।
step.
हाँ, मैं तुम लोगों को बता सकता हूं कि चल क्या रहा है। एक और क्लिप आई है, रुको। एक और चीज सामने आई है, रुक मैं तेरे को भेजता हूँ वेदांत। आई सेंट यू समथिंग वेदांत, चेक इट आउट। भाई बहुत कुछ चीजें आ रही है लेफ्ट राइट एंड सेंटर। आई जस्ट कैन नॉट इमेजिन व्हाट हैज हैपेंड इन द इंडस्ट्री राइट नाउ। तो जो चीजें चल रही है ना इंडस्ट्री के अंदर, आप इमेजिन भी नहीं कर सकते हो। दस में से पहला गेम इज डन, 9 more to go। और पहले ही गेम में एक इंडियन टीम ने बूया निकाल दिया है। सो वो एक बहुत ही क्रेजी चीज हो गई है। चार लाइक्स हुए यार, कम से कम 10 तक तो पहुंचवा दो।
Expect to see the fight breaking so soon, honestly.
Yeah, and if we have a look at that sort of earlier fight, you know, we were chatting about Team Vitality against Team Falcons, and from the initial start, did they come out kicking and swinging? I mean, Vitality had about 8 eliminations before Zone 1 closed, and the Falcons was on about 7. But obviously, if we touch on the Falcons there, they actually ended up with about 21 eliminations at the end.
Yeah.
And I did say that, you know, they needed to work a little bit more on their placement, and they hit out in third, so that would have secured immense points for the Team Falcons. And honestly, the wipe on Aurora from them is something that they'd probably be a little bit cheering for. Not for Aurora.
2 मिनट गाइस, अभी तक अपन जब तक गेम नहीं चालू होता अपन CS2 भी फॉलो कर रहे हैं। 3-2 से भारत आगे है।
They were the 2024 champions, even though they came in with brand new rosters. I'm pretty sure Team Falcons are here to stay, and they are here to survive the day. Then again, one thing that really interests me was the way they take out Falcons one by one. You know, I see that they got their advantage by being in a better position during the last circle, but man, that was so amazing what they did to Team Falcons.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, this is where like Team Falcons probably played a little bit too aggressive in the final circle. It is okay to do that stuff at the start, but again, we have to bring Lion in the conversation as well, because from the group stages yesterday, they were up in the top sort of series on our leaderboard. So the fact that they were able to come in that second place as well and holding it in there, finishing off, I think it was about 7 eliminations, and that was a great feat from them. But of course, not taking away from Total Gaming, so it is something that,
Carry on,
you know,
hard
these guys
rescue.
are going to be doing
लिमिट
really
7 है लिम्स।
if we touch on
पीना ने
storylines,
3400 का डैमेज दिया है।
and tenacity to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, did you see how Joker was the last man standing and he really gave him all? Just take a look at the key players. It's dominated by mostly the players that are showing their true identity. And
3v4.
one of them is, of course, Joker from Lion itself.
Yeah, and you don't want to be, you know, messing around with the Joker, okay? If we've seen anything from that.
2v4.
It's like these players, you know, they know exactly what is meant for them today, and something that I sort of wanted to bring up as well
1v3
is
and we
Gun
are
Dynasty.
Yeah!
What happened there?
It was quite unfortunate, of course, what happened with Gun Dynasty, but then again,
3-3 की
I
score
am
line.
hoping and praying for the best. I am keeping my fingers crossed because I really want to see what they bring to the table today. I mean, we all saw some hope just on the first day of the group stage, right? We are hoping that they keep the same spirit, they have the same tenacity, and that is exactly what we're
Lord,
looking
yeah.
for today.
Yeah, and we talk about these
हो
sort
गया
of
हो गया हो गया।
starts across
गाइस
the
यार
board,
10 लाइक्स तो करवा दो फ्री फायर वालों।
We've got 10 matches today, no break, just all surviving in the survival stages. These teams need to sort of take more of that, you know, I guess play style from these top hitting teams like the Falcons and even Team Vitality.
हाँ, विकिपीडिया भी ओपन करके रख लेते हैं या इंस्टाग्राम पे कर लेते हैं। रुको, लेट मी ओपन माय इंस्टाग्राम। The people who want to watch, एक मिनट, points table। ये लो भाई, हमने पॉइंट्स टेबल भी खोल दिया। #1 पे फाल्कन्स 29 पॉइंट्स, सेकंड पे 22 पॉइंट्स टोटल आईक्यू, थर्ड पे लायन, फोर्थ पे एपेक्स, एट्थ पे है सिटी वेल 7 पॉइंट। हर गेम में कम से कम डबल डिजिट तो निकाल लो।
And I don't think they'll be stopping anytime soon.
Not at all. That's the third booyah for the region of India. You know what? I'm just gonna rub it in, Yunsu. That's 2 more booyahs over Vietnam so far at EWC. All right, got a secret. You gotta step up. We've seen some moments of brilliance there. Again, it really came down to what I believe Tikoi said in an early interview piece, that 70% effort and hard work, 30% luck, and as much as we look back at the final circle of game 1, you have to sprinkle a little bit of that pixie dust, because it was the circle shift that really caught Falcons off guard. They ended up from being in the best position in the final circle to being in the worst position. So of course, with some stroke of luck, TG got the booyah done, but it's not in enemies taking away the effort that they put in to make it happen, right? Because if not, then Lion would have been the team that won the round. With that aside, we're going to head into game 2 in just a little bit, and I want to see if this trend is going to continue, because we're going all the way back to a classic map.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the basics as well. We saw a little bit more of the aggression early. Now, for some of these teams in the lobby, I believe that when we look at the bottom, right, Aurora Gaming, Gun Dynasty, DRS, we haven't really seen too much from them as well. I believe that throughout out of all these last 3, only Gun Dynasty.
चलो game number 2 it is.
Of the game with about 2 eliminations. So these are what I would feel for teams like, say, Daryl, Daryl and.
गेम नंबर 2 इट इज। प्लेयर्स ने ड्रॉप ले लिया है, वाइटालिटी और डीआरएस की फाइट भी चालू हो गई है।
Able to see, so here is Alu in the front of the compound, head to head up against Vitality.
It's been a tough fight. Quite the challenge to pick for yourselves, DRS. Rimnam Village not really too much area to work with, and they did drop on the edge, so the bigger compound given over to the Hornets. Gun Dynasty hunted down by Titan Esports Club. Another start that just not in the favor of GD. DRS actually finding an early knockdown as well, but I think Vitality are fighting back at Rimnam Village. GD again sent on the run.
Look at these rotations there as well. DRS finally here. Ooh, Koja.
पाजी मार रहे हैं, पाजी मार रहे। पाजी ने 36-37 फ्रैग मारे।
Sent back out as the other 2 members of Vitality are just gonna move away there, separated from one another.
वाइटालिटी ने के 2 प्लेयर्स जा चुके हैं, टीसी वाले मार रहे हैं।
Factory being able to bring back his teammate into the game. Good recovery.
Yeah. And I think for Team Vitality themselves, it actually has, making it to the grand final.
DRS, TSPLS 1.
More chance at the trophy, right? Like last year, the 3 Indonesian teams in the grand finals were Vitality, EVOS, and RQ. And of course, they won that reunion there.
Right.
And people usually don't remember second places, but Vitality
TG
in Ria last year.
having the frags की beginning.
For the Indonesians, David finds a isolated.
टैग वाले भी मार रहे, टीजी वाले भी मार रहे, बढ़िया है।
Coming in. Let's see if David can build himself out of this one. Less than 100 health to work with. Blade around the corner with the Bison. That's the third.
टैग भी मार रही, टीजी भी मार रही।
Quick with that as well. You can hear the team just celebrating there. You can hear how loud they're cheering throughout all of that. Except for Aurora. 2 eliminations already super quickly, and this is great for them as well. Gotta make up for those lost points.
टैग के प्लेयर्स को उठा लिया।
Eliminated a little bit too early from that last map.
डीआरएस की लग गए।
Circle should
ऐसे ड्यूएल स्ट्रॉ हैट्स के अलावा किसी को नहीं पकड़ती।
SAUL against Straw Hats. Something that was predicted by Lucifer earlier on. GD gets full revive. And now another visitation made to Rimnam Village, this time by Team Secret. Earlier on, DRS were able to drive out the majority of Vitality. But Team Secret, they're looking for some redemption here for day number 2. Let's see if DRS can build themselves out of this situation. This Lion, they do find, I believe, TG. That's going to be 2 points for them.
Splitting the games right now. Positions not seeing anyone in the corner as well. I am curious to see where exactly the trajectory of these Team Secret players are going to be as well, since Pratik is being pressured by Joel all the way top side. Knocked down already. His teammate trying his best to just really maybe bring his teammate back into the game, but Tikui sees otherwise. Bit of cover, and being the gatekeeper after all takes a bit of damage, but securing that point.
एसएडीएल का ही टैग का एक प्लेयर गया, एसएडीएल का भी गया.
Yeah, I do like what Team Secret is doing right now.
नूर भी नॉक.
Play that late rotation game, which might benefit them in the end. So I think to stay at the circle, it is going to move pretty far up. So a lot of teams would want to look for that early entry, which does give them more leg room to work with. Now it's just about clearing out the comp, make sure that there's
बनी भी गया.
no one who is hunkered down here. Don't really want any squatters in this area. Team Secret, they found their 5th PLS1 on the Joe. And now
वाइटालिटी गया, जोएल भी गया.
Loving the way
पर रिवाइव इतना जल्दी मिलता है ना इसमें. सिक्के डालो, बंदा बुला लो.
Do not allow Joel to really pressure us and then come in together. The team do not allow him this 1v1 fights. Now,
टैग ने 4 मार दिए, टीजी ने 3 मार दिए.
as you have Pina here on the screen, try to put damage toward Jack, nothing really connecting as he will be repositioning quickly away from his life, crossing past 2 teams.
गाइस एसएडीएल
That is
इससे बढ़िया तो टीम अप करके टैग और टीजी को पॉइंट्स दे दिए भाई.
Vitality is so slippery. There's so many close calls from that first map all the way to here, even yesterday. And for them being able to just really
हमने पॉइंट्स दे दिए. देखो टैग और टीजी क्वालीफाई कर जाएगी, गारंटी है.
get the full revive on top of that. S8UL unfortunately bows out early. 8 more games to go after this.
मैं अभी भी बता रहा हूँ, टैग और टीजी टॉप 5 और टॉप 4 आ सकती है.
Contrary to game 1, this is definitely one of the more slower start. TAG against GD, Vaibhav against Woven. Dome gets dropped, blocked up by the glue wall, but Woven is going to start receiving extra resistance. There's Shairu.
Whoa!
Woven getting it done.
भाई शोटर वुल्वेन
Gun Dynasty
गायब कर दिया टीम को.
early exit for the hopefuls.
क्या मार रही है भाई.
Ready and such a heartbreak. The crowd so excited at his outcome here. Shanky barely alive right now, as they're able to just really rush forward, wants to take away the space from Vitality, but Z-Bank huge on those 2 knockdowns. Walter and Shanky down and out. Is Vitality happy with this outcome? That's a double elimination.
टीजी को भागना पड़ेगा. लास्ट प्लेयर माफिया निकल.
Pushing forward into another area, trying to find the final member if they can. Mafia, you gotta get out of here. You gotta bring your teammates back into the game. You want to prolong your survivability.
And it should be achievable. He did use a Dynamo clears at Kautalistewa, where Venom Machine is present. Won't be able to get a full team revive, but you gotta start somewhere. Shanky and Aztag being the choice.
बचा लिया भाई.
Of course, catching Total Gaming Aiku completely off guard from behind and now putting
एसएडीएल का हाथ जिस टीम पर लगा है
they aim to finish the job.
उसका घी खत्म हुआ है. They were #2 in nationals before being acquired. देख भाई, मैं एक स्टेटमेंट दूंगा, थोड़ा सा कंट्रोवर्शियल होगा. तेरे को मैं व्हाट्सएप कर दूं वो स्टेटमेंट. रुक.
The South Asian teams taking center stage, and they had someone used the Dynocleus on the northern side. I believe both of them now did. Of Riverside and Mill, they might be looking for the same rotation trajectory. We'll check in on that in just a little bit. DRS out from the jaws of Falcons, limits somehow his Stroax right there.
Oh my gosh, you do not want to cross this guy. Not able to get that final member, but it's enough damage already with 4 eliminations. A little bit slower than that first map, but still so confident on where they go and how exactly they want to be able to be taking this fight. It's going to be quick launch pad? No. Yeah, quick into the zone as well. Have to be careful because the majority of teams have started to rotate northern side because this is a hard shift to the top, so that southern side is about to get super busy at peak especially.
Yeah, most of the teams inside the safe zone, clearly comfortably tucked in, are the South Asian squads. And TEC is one of them, right in the center. Slightly north of Riverside, as we check back at the earlier ambush by Team Vitality on the Total Gaming. Against the bank with the opener with these coming.
देख भाई, मैं तेरे को एक चीज लिख के भेजता हूँ. व्हाट्सएप पे एक चीज लिखता हूँ.
And the blitz is a bit too much for Aurora to put up much of a resistance. So that's already 2 bodies dropped. Jun now is going to be next on the hit list. And T-Quay chases him down. Can Jun hold a candle to this man, the prodigy of Vietnam? The answer clear as day. T-Quay secures the 8th for Team Secret.
This guy is going completely nuclear right now, and we
मैंने तेरे को कुछ WhatsApp पे भेजा है. Check it out.
Super hectic.
Just
With
check it out.
Axel, the last person standing for the team, forced to move away here, but Team Secret has been hot. Rushes forward, goes up head to head here, but Koja goes huge with 2 knockdowns already. Now it's all about just finding the final member there and on to the hunt. That's a quad kill for him. And the rest of Vitality, PLS1, what are you gonna do here? You gotta survive. You gotta be able to go forward.
Now,
High ground and
guys, इन्होंने लिखा है. अब जो भी है.
to rally back, but his HP
But if it's true, then you are see, you are witnessing the history being
no longer thanks to the glue walls and movement.
made, bro. History बन रही है यहाँ पे.
Finds him in
टैग और टीजी मार रही है पकड़ पकड़ के.
that he would have liked.
A reoccurring nightmare for the Vietnamese. The second time Team Vitality bested them today. First time was in Kalahari where they were able to fight back a refinery, and now a full team-wide after Team Secret just got up to a good
Whoa,
fight.
whoa,
Aurora
whoa, whoa.
this one against Lion. Sahil Jha leading the charge with a 9 point for the Indian team.
अब BMIC कैसे जाऊंगा?
Crowd goes crazy down there out of that fight. Now for the
BMIC तो तू जा पाएगा. देख मेरे घर आ जाइयो.
Lion
क्या
close
टेंशन
by
है?
have to be aware that the high ground advantage they have could be detrimental. And a good call going for this 2-2 split. A crunch could be huge for them if they're able to just really pull away the attention from one end. Now Hacks and Games King pull away from TAG, relenting, giving away that space, choosing to go into
भाई टैग बजाई जा रही है.
instead. But this later rotation makes me a bit worried for them, especially
W1 वही बोल रहा हूँ ना. ग्लू वॉल के पीछे पकड़ पकड़ के मारा है.
early and ready to receive these later rotators.
टोटल गेमिंग भी डर का रही है.
Team Apex
टोटल गेमिंग भी बजा के चल रही है.
making sure that they stay close to the safe zone, but they're also avoiding conflict. So this middle area is going to be their strong
हमारे अलावा दोनों इंडियन टीम्स क्वालिफाई कर जाएगी ग्रैंड के लिए.
work their way through.
गारंटी है.
Because with this density of populations, there's quite the high possibility that TAG doesn't even have to get their hands dirty.
10 फ्रैग मारी है टैग.
With the Mac 10, the rest of DRS comes in through the doorway. Pratik, next victim. This game's king gets him.
भाई 10 फ्रैग मारी है टैग.
Lion are barely holding on, and DRS trying to blow through the front door. Trogon in hand. The electrotherapy to work with as well. So these long fights benefit them a bit more. Hags around the doorway. Alu getting flanked. Games King good on the crossfire and has completely turned this around.
Lions somehow managing to find that final window of opportunity. Very small though,
Oh.
but able to be abused.
भाई ये क्या है? देखता किधर है फेंकता किधर है?
Could he be able
भाई वो कौन सा डायलॉग है छिछोरे मूवी का? भाई ये देखता कहीं और है फेंकता कहीं और है. तू देख के खेल भाई.
coming into the fray close by? Perhaps if they come in and join on the fight, could give a window of opportunity for Takuri to survive. No, Aurora is also here, coming forward. More bodies, more advantage. As Lion gonna try and find Team Vitality in that cross. But Team Vitality undeterred. Koja takes a bit of damage.
Okay.
Total bodies and gun barrels.
वाइटैलिटी दबा रही है भाई पूरी तरह से बाकी टीम्स को. हाँ ना मार गया. फेस किधर रहता है थ्रो पीछे करते हैं.
Apex, Team Apex Gaming actually was scanned out by Dinocular early on. So we'll see if that information is going to translate to anything. I believe they now drop their own Dinoculars and they spot
मैं अभी भी बोल रहा हूँ
of T.
टैग और टीजी में से ना कोई एक डेफिनेटली चांस आई गेस. नहीं 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 नहीं.
DRS around the corner, but the compound also surrounded by the
लायन गई भाई.
The Malaysian team. They need to get rid of Sebek right now. He's
लायन गायब हो गई तेरे लिखते ही.
And Zues sent to execute the task. Breaks the glue wall with the Oscar, but Koja and Diggs covers all of the area. The sixth
पर वाइटैलिटी जो ज्यादा मार रही है ना
fatality. Joel is
वो दिक्कत देगा.
magic happen.
So hard when you are getting pressure by Joel and.
पर ठीक है टैग मारो भाई. टैग वालों मारो. पकड़ पकड़ के मारो.
Now in trouble, the Axel is just all alone. And the Kuri, the window of opportunity presented try and go in for the flank. That was exactly what Axel is, and he
भाई टैग बजा रही है वे
the wipeout happens.
11 फ्रैग्स
Knocked out of the map, but the zone is closing in. TG waiting in the front, hoping to pressure the members of Team Vitality, but also aware that Falcons are close.
And TAG just got a wipeout as well,
हाँ?
but not without a cause. They lost 3 out of the 4 members, and only KD got his left.
भाई ये फाइट जीतना पड़ेगा
The vending machine no longer an answer right now. It's a 1v1 between him and Couture. If we just talk about the Dynarchus scanning out both of these squads, and the result is going to be KD gone around the corner. Having more for the help.
ओ भाई फिर भी केडी गॉड ने मारा एक को एक पोजीशन और ऊपर
Finally find the Falcons, but the straw hats are also there. A 3-way fight, and Falcons, they're going to get feasted on. Limit looking for a way out of this predicament, but they were able to find Corona first, the glue walls, buying a bit of time and space.
अबे फिर भी एक पोजीशन और ऊपर आ गया वो एनी हाउ
Not allowing them.
2 पोजीशन ऊपर टॉप 5 ले गया टीम को
He's already going in for that reposition. Aware that somewhere on the other end there, you also have Takuri on the outer side. I don't think he's going to be able to get.
डीआरएस भी जाएगी
Vitality's on fire right now.
डीआरएस भी गई एक और पोजीशन ऊपर
Will be eliminated, but he did survive.
एक और फ्रैग की तैयारी
KD God and off angle will be abused. Another point for them, and KD God.
अब रिकॉल नहीं हो सकते
Prolong this run for his team.
जगह ही नहीं है रिकॉल के लिए
More than enough. The only team with a full squad left are the Hornets. Team Vitality denied in game 1, but game 2 solid as a rock. KD got now.
भाई मैं बता रहा हूँ एक आधा और मार देगा वो केडी गॉड
But this is a team game, so Vitality calls in a full squad, but they're also making sure that they don't give up too much ground. So KD gets freed up for a while. As shocked as he finds the water.
एक आधा और मार देगा ठीक है टीजी के प्लेयर डाउन हो रहे हैं
Now finds Aztec.
भाई वो टैग #3 ले आया
Trying to fight a different way, but Cole
Vitality gets that boon. Again, definitely do not want to miss the grand finals, a grand reunion.
एवरीथिंग इज परफेक्ट मेरे इधर तो बराबर चल रहा है
But you are doubt the Falcon Slayers.
रीलोड कर
Good on that name, and indeed they did. I believe 21 eliminations.
रिफ्रेश
33 big points. Hornets now in a strong spot. But
मेरे इधर तो बराबर चल रहा है फ्रेम ड्रॉप्स में 0
they put up quite the performance here on Bermuda.
बट भाई वो #2 ले आया
TAG Total Apex Gaming, Team Apex Gaming. Same situation. KD got doing more than enough, above and beyond, to give themselves an extra inch of that survival, of that placement point.
But once again, you can see that Team Falcons is just not slowing down on those eliminations. 21 total they were able to farm up before going down. A similar elimination count to that first map. And again, I think the desk kind of broke it down, right? About how Team Vitality likes to prioritize placements
आ गई भाई
the Falcons that like to prioritize
फैल्कन्स भले ही इतना मार रही है वो ऐसे ही क्वालिफाई हो जाएगी
what they came to do.
किसी एक टीम की टैगलाइन होती थी हम फिनिशर्स से क्वालिफाई करेंगे फैल्कन्स कर रही है
You know, out of nowhere, you start to see Team Gaming Esports IQ not only take up space, they're loud as heck, they're fighting back, they're shooting back, they're showing us what their region also has to offer coming back to the world stage.
I think, all things considered, I am very happy. I'm delighted with what I'm seeing here. Of course, again, we can't have all of them into the grand finals.
भाई इंडिया वर्सेस मंगोलिया में 9-9 का स्कोर लाइन है
Now I'm looking for Guy Dynasty.
दिस राउंड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट 4v3
I'm looking for Aurora Gaming to step back up. They had a better run on Bermuda, but I wish for more. But
A 3v3.
Team Secret really polished that mid game because they did struggle 2 games in a row in the hands of Team Vitality. But for now, we're going to hand it over to the stage to Carol Bombshell.
Hello everyone, Carol Bombshell here on the stage, and I'm happy to have here with me Pina from Team Falcons, the first champs of AWC 2024. Thanks so much for your time.
3v3 एक्चुअली ये राउंड बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है
to share your insight
1v3
also with
भाई
us.
हक दिया ये
Okay,
राउंड
so you
इंपॉर्टेंट
started
राउंड
out
हक
really
दिया अपन
well with a lot of eliminations, and how important it was to get off to a strong start in the survival stage and set the tone for
Saving the operator. It's all good.
แรงเลยเดียวอย่างทีเดียวเลยนะฮะสำหรับทีมฟาลคอนนะครับผมอยากถามว่ามันมีผลอะไรต่อรูปเกมของวันนี้ที่เหลือไหมฮะ
ก็ดีเลยครับเปิดมาดีก็เดี๋ยวจะทำเรื่อยๆครับสร้างมาตรฐานครับจะเข้ารอบครับไปรอบชิงให้ได้ครับ
Yeah, actually like we are quite satisfied with the result and like since we like coming out like very strong we gonna try to keep that as a standard so like we will try to make sure that we
Third pay picks, fourth pay total.
Definitely a great strategy. We want to see the
हम 11 पे भाई.
come more from you guys. All right. Before the games, we highlighted your high eliminations versus placement points. Is the lack of high placements in the game something you were concerned about moving forward in the competition, especially given the disappointment result back at AWC 25?
ก็อย่างในปีที่แล้วนะฮะ EDBC 2025 นะฮะฝั่งเราเนี่ยค่อนข้างแบบว่าแบบถึงแม้ว่าเราจะทำ eliminate ไปได้ค่อนข้างเยอะทีเดียวนะฮะแล้วก็ point ค่อนข้างเยอะแต่ว่าเราก็ไม่ได้ไปถึงใฝ่ฝันนะฮะรู้สึกยังไงบ้างครับ
ก็ปีที่แล้วก็ผิดหวังครับแต่ปีนี้ก็จะทำให้เต็มที่ครับจะไม่ผิดหวังเหมือนปีที่แล้ว
Yeah, last year to be honest it's quite disappointed for all of us but this year it will not be the same we will try our best to claim the trophy and claim the glory back for Falcons.
Amazing. That's probably a really good answer. For us to finish, I really have this really one good question right now. Please be honest with me. Which one of these teams here today on stage with you, that share the stage with you, you wouldn't like to see reach in the grand finals?
คำถามสุดท้ายนะครับผมทีมที่เราเจอในวันนี้เนี่ยในรอบ Survival เนี่ยฮะทีมไหนที่เราไม่อยากเจออยากให้เขาเข้าไปในรอบแชมเปี้ยนมากที่สุดครับ
ก็เป็น BTR แล้วกันครับ
Yeah, probably gonna be BTR.
Ooh. Okay, Pina, you gave me the right answers. Thanks so much for your time. We wish you the best luck in the next matches, and we want to see a lot more from Team Falcons. Thanks so much, guys. You heard enough here, and we are back in the studio.
Seven, I accept your challenge with Neptune, but I need an expert. My name is Lucifer and I've got Carol Bombshell, the Brazilian golfing expert, to take this challenge on.
Wait, Lucifer and Carol Godshell.
We got it, guys. It's gonna be us taking the leaderboard. Now, are you ready with Carol? Let's start? Okay, come here. Let's get it started. We'll play golf and we're gonna beat the rest. Let's start. There you go, 10 seconds. Come on, Carol, let's go. Ooh, almost feels like a gunslinger right now. Let's go. Yes, you got it. We have to get it close, Carol. We practiced, you know this. You got this. Yes, feels like it. Yes, hit this side. Yeah, it looks good. Hit this side as we practiced. You know, we did this already. Hit, go for it. Ooh, nice swing.
Oh my gosh.
That is closest. Oh my God, let's go.
There we go.
That's what we needed. We got you. We're the best. We're the best here.
Yes, we did it. Oh my gosh, it's your turn right now, okay? So, I did it. I trust you. You are the man. You got this. We're gonna humiliate them.
Everyone, we got it.
Okay, you go, man. Wait.
Oh, that's so.
Let's go. Can I push the button?
Yes.
Are you ready?
I am.
Okay,
I am.
do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it then. Okay? Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm with you, Lucifer. Let's go. You got this, man. We gotta win this. Oh my gosh, you gotta prove we are the best. Oh, whoa. No way! Oh my gosh. See? We are the best!
We are the best.
All right. Guys, I'm not gonna say this on camera, but don't say a word anymore. If you wanna say something, say Lucifer and Carol Godshell.
Okay.
Can we talk about that for a second? You were amazing. What the hell?
That is me and Cal Godshell doing golf and taking over all of you.
Calm down there, Vitality, okay? Because right now, that's exactly what you guys were looking like. 99 scores? Are you getting? We need to go back and check that machine. Something that we don't have to check is if Vitality is going to show up, because they're definitely showing up. They started off really slow, Neptune, but the one thing that we really noticed with Vitality is they're using a new skill.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm really loving that the plan is to go aggressive. Up close and personal on a 4v4 with that race skill, Bond of Eclipse. They can spot anyone up close. And this is rare, especially in this kind of stage. It's rare to see that kind of active skill being used right now. And I think Chris Jaw has a lot in his playbook.
I 100% agree to that, Neptune, because it's not a skill that we've seen anybody use, right? Especially with stakes as such of survival. Only 4 teams make it, and Vitality pull off something like that. Unbelievable.
21 elimination points, but can we also talk about Koja though? I mean, that boy literally saved the day. Just looking back into the first game, Koja was the one to bail them out of the whole secret situation, right? Well, before they got taken out by S8UL, but still, Koja was there to save the day. And now, I think this boy is definitely someone to watch out for.
I'm just looking at the match standings earlier from page 1. By the way, in Gun Dynasty, what the heck is going on? We'll talk about you a little bit later. But 33 points for Vitality. If I'm not mistaken, Neptune, I know you were keeping track of this earlier. Is that the record so far right now?
Well, it's close to the record. In terms of elimination, it could have been. If that was elimination, it could have been the record already. But again, these teams are just trying to get on those aggressive push. The game style right now, from what we're seeing, is just chasing the opponent. And another team that Vitality has been meeting up so often, even from day one.
डोटा में क्या सीन हुआ है पी टाइम के साथ? आइडिया नहीं है, मैंने डोटा इतना देखा नहीं, मेरे को आइडिया नहीं है.
That rush, especially in Kalahari, well, Team Vitality, or I would say Vitality, just beat them.
Now, Conchita, I know you.
मैंने डोटा इतना देखा नहीं है. I don't know.
One thing that we do have to point out that I feel like
जो स्टोरीज चल रही है डोटा की या किसी चीज की भी, I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Just driving by, and I believe it was Leon that shot at them, and they were forced to engage, and he ended up being.
New people, please make sure कि आप सब्सक्राइब कर रहे हो. I know new people are not joining that much, but करेंगे.
Players is that they were trying to do it a more, I don't know, they were kind of trying
भाई
to
नाक
wait
की वाट लग
till the
चुकी है
right
आज.
moment come, but that's not
don't know why,
really
what
the
has
case anymore when we
happened?
talk about game 2. So
साढ़े
they
चार
have to
बजे,
change
लग
the
रहा
strategy.
मौसम
They
भाई
have
7
to
बज गए.
adapt. And of course, with the amount of talents that the individual players have, I think it is something that's not quite of a challenge for Vitality, right, Neptune?
I do agree. I mean, other than Koja, there's also Sibank. Like, more of information is being gathered by the teams, and I'm loving the roster they have right
कुछ
now.
फिक्सिंग हुआ है इसलिए बैन कर दिया है पी टाइम के रोस्टर को. Maybe possible.
Very close. In the first 2 days, they are now trying to get that reign, and even against Team Falcons, like Team Vitality right now is leading.
How about Falcons though? What an amazing start out of Falcons in game 1. We saw an insane amount of eliminations as well, because this is the 2 squads. I mean, it's like we know what we're doing here with the PS5 story of the day earlier on. We were talking about Falcons, we were talking about Vitality, and both teams ended up showing up, especially Falcons in that first game.
Well, Falcons did show up. They did get the points. They're sitting at the top, but there's one team that got the game number 1, right? Total Gaming. Now, for them to get it on the survival stage, game number 1, get that booyah going on, is a right direction for not just them, but all the other Indian teams. And you just saw Tag what they did in game number 2. Getting 14 eliminations, KD got surviving till the very last. That tells you the caliber that these guys are packing. And that is the reason when we were having this discussion earlier, I was like, hey, I think there is one team that's going to make it through, but it's going to be difficult. But what if both you mentioned?
I mean, it came down to KD God there towards the end. Surviving, making sure that he was just sneaky about it, didn't go after anybody, played out that wonderfully. And while I have you here, just in case, Lucifer, I don't get to see you here because I know you're going to be casting later on.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
It's time for you to decide. Earlier, we heard Tag saying that they were going to end up being in 3rd place. They're currently playing like that might be the case. Is that what's going to happen? Are we going to maybe possibly end up with 2 Indian squads going to the finals?
Yeah, as I said, right? Whether it's going to be 1 or 2, 1 is what I have a high hope on. You can clearly see of how game number 1 went. Aztec performing. Mafia, this is something that Mafia needs to for the team. That's where the pillar stands. While Aztec might call the shots, it's Mafia getting it through. On the other end, in game number 2, you ended up seeing KD God. He's the pillar for the team. These both snipers playing that game to perfection, surviving for the team.
Number 3, number 4, just 10 points difference for hashtag 1 actually.
The teams. And I believe, as you asked the question, there is a possibility that we see, because they've read in the very first game and second game, you can clearly see they know the rotations, especially of the South Asian teams, and now they're reading even into the Southeast Asian teams that are trying to compete with them.
We'll get a chance to discuss that even more later on, but right now, that overall ranking, you can see right there in first place, Team Vitality, Team Falcons, Team Apex Gaming, and Total Gaming with that amazing performance from earlier on. Don't forget, if you're just tuning in, if you for some reason missed the beginning of the show, the top 4
Madness,
teams
utter
will
madness.
be moving on to the finals tomorrow. The rest, their keys will be crushed. I'm looking at 6th place because we have to shout out an outstanding performance from Shocked. He was carrying the squad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for the first time we saw them, he was just getting all the elimination for the team. Straw Hats, this is something that we want to see, but we really didn't expect, especially on this kind of level. But you know the theme of the day right now is to survive. And, well, how are we going to survive? Take out your opponents.
Next map is Nextera, and honestly, I'm just so excited to see how is it going to be like between Fatality and, of course, Falcons, because if we're talking about rivalry, these two are very similar, and I think that is what exactly what...
Nextera, Solara or Purgatory.
Even drop zone. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen in the next map.
Well, let's see now. You're talking about the next map, Nextera. One team has been on the high right now once we are jumping in Nextera.
Yep.
I don't want to mention the name, but they're from Malaysia.
Any guesses, Conchita?
I knew it. It starts with an A, I think, and also ends with an A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Husky over there on the desk.
Yeah.
He'll be like Neptune.
Scream louder, Husky. We can't hear you. Oh, that Aurora. Thank you, Husky.
I've really got a way of like saying their name. I don't want to jinx them again. I want them to
We said it for you.
Yeah, we said it for you. We got this. Don't worry about it. But there's one thing I do want to point out. We were talking about the South Asian teams, right? Not just India. India, yes, sitting at the top for the time being. But the South Asian teams, they are also troubling the lobby. And especially one to add on is going to be DRS. They're having a really good start. And that start might mess up for some teams.
Yes, sir.
Get to the top 4.
DRS bhi macha really.
Depends on what you look at it as a good start for that squad, especially when you compare with some of the performances that we have seen from some of the other top squads. A team that's actually not having a good start, and you know what? Because I'm kind of disappointed right now with what's going on with this squad. Conchita, talk to me about Gun Dynasty.
I am so disappointed. I mean, you are not the only one, because I actually have quite a high hopes when it comes to Gun Dynasty. I mean, we've seen what they are able to do, and we are hoping and praying and crossing our fingers that somehow they can bring that spirit back. We haven't seen that yet. We don't know what is exactly happening to them now, but if we were to, I don't know, analyze Neptune, what do you think is the biggest problem?
It is more of Benel just carrying the squad. Like he's always the one remaining after everyone falls in this gunfight. So if he would just be the if everyone out of Gun Dynasty will be relying on Benel, then that would be the case. That will be the scenario overall. If he gets eliminated, especially in the early parts of the game, where a lot of teams are still available, then he will be a target by a lot.
He is already being a target, and you could see he's been forced to use his skill, that is stealth bites, every time he has to run away just to get that revive. That tells you of how much pressure he's under. But along that lines, I think when we were talking about Gun Dynasty, the team who made it to the top from LATAM, that's going to be Lion. They are slowly picking up. Games King or Games King, I really like. This is the form I wanted to see from day one of our group stages, but it did not happen. Maybe in the survival stages, they take away the chance, because day 2's end, Lion were almost about to bring in. It was only the day 1 points missing that did not give them the top 4.
Well, let's see if it's going to be the top teams just continuing to dominate, or maybe we're going to get some surprises here. You won't see all of us until after match 4. But for now, enjoy the rest of the games because it's going to be packed with action if the previous two matches were anything to tell. And also, Husky, Tash Bunny, thank you so much for screaming Aurora for us.
You are welcome, my dear panelists. Yes, the sacred A word that Neptune shall not name ever since after day one. But I have the right to say it, right? We're from Malaysia. We should be cheering for Aurora Gaming, who have picked up a pace just a little bit onto Bermuda. But there are some picking up that needs to be done for teams like Gun Dynasty, who hasn't really gotten anything going just yet. For teams, to a certain degree, I would say Team Secret. I want to see a bit more from them. Lion as well. You know, they got to the final circle. That one was probably the best we've seen so far. But as we head into Nextera, this is where my eyes will be on Team Vitality to take it all again.
You know what's really interesting as well, when you look at this team in particular, Vitality somehow has cracked the code of not only just going for placement points, but also eliminations as well. And it feels very natural because these fights that are coming in from the beginning of the game all the way till later. It's very different than before, where they are going to be having a bit more of a quiet fight and showing their hand maybe toward the last few circles. But now they're saying, bring out all the guns, because not only do we have to make it all the way till the end, but perhaps this will also give us a
ओके तो गेम हैज बिगन टीजी ने पहला फ्रैग भी ले लिया है और स्टार्टिंग के अंदर बहुत कुछ हो चुका है बिकॉज टीजी पहला फ्रैग ले चुकी है टीजी यहाँ पे वाइटैलिटी और स्ट्रॉयट्स फाइट कर रही है
Just about to bring up a point that Lucifer mentioned earlier on, that the South Asian teams could really shift the ties of the round. They could be the reason why some of these teams don't finish top 4. Team Vitality again. We say that Xterra is one of the maps. Solaris is one of the maps that
बहुत सारी
they
चीजें चल रही है.
are very skilled at. And even Neptune brought out Coach Chris Joe.
12 teams, 45 players.
Then we think this array from Coach
शैंकी गया.
quite the menace.
शैंकी
Game 1 on Kalahari.
ओके केडी गॉड ने मार भी दिया फिर से. केडी गॉड ने तो फिनिश भी ले लिया. Now that's a good thing.
Now Koja, instead of the Koja,
अब
we get the Koja Ray.
नील क्या करता है उसके ऊपर है स्ट्रॉयट्स का.
Combat situation, it is incredibly strong to use. Get them knocked out when you hit the threshold.
केडी गॉड
The STC replay tells us a good story as well. That
रोल ने टीसी के निजात को नॉकडाउन किया, खत्म कर दिया.
Here comes Benel as well. He's always been the last person standing. The desk did bring him up there. How he's able or needs to make magic. He's always the last person alive. And you know, somehow in this situation, it feels like it's a tale as old as time.
केडी गॉड जहाँ भाग रहा है वहाँ BNL है.
Have gone again. Now, the rest of TAG still hasn't been able to finish him out quite yet. So, if things go well, if he is left alone, they could go for that reset. Really hoping that his team will be able to come into game a bit stronger as well. After all, recovery is so important. Not just recovery.
केडी गॉड 2 फ्रैग्स पे बैठा हुआ है. छोटो को बाहर निकाल सकता है वापस.
As well as TEC brings just being able to come back here.
अरे पीना को पड़ी. भाग गया पीना.
Not on happen. I think they want to just take away the space and go full all in on the Falcons.
When you stir the Falcons, you better be ready for retaliation. TG learned the hard way, strolling into the Lions' den, losing 2 of their members off the get-go. But I think Tolo Gaming Esports IQ still have members lurking around, and of course they're gonna find him very quickly. Wota, the one who bailed his team out of danger the first time they met. Now we have to face off again. P90 in hand, subpar weapon, but enough in close range. As backup comes through, unfortunately,
Wota gaya.
Wota perishes.
Did try to be able to secure that point before, you know, the rest of Lion come by. Unfortunately for him, a bit too slow. The hesitation cost him there. As for the rest of the team here, the Falcons still very much online, but Vitality also joining in on the fight against the Straw Hats and them. Somewhere close by. You can start to see the Hornets super active, moving on the map, moving on the air.
Straw Hats बनी मार रहा है. छोटो जोकर को मारा. जोकर eliminated.
This time, Aurora Gaming playing it slightly slower around mud site. There is a potential to rotate to Deca Square if they need more time, or straight to Boxing Gym with DRS as nested in. Joe receiving some gunfire. It's them and Falcons. Again, Even the theme of the day at the start of the show, our host pointed it out, it's going to be
Whoa.
Falcons and Limit this time. It's going to show Joel how it's done. Out in the open, the retire rhythm gets the job done pretty quickly.
Completely swarm him.
Yeah. I mean, Vitality didn't really commit.
जैक ने एक्स्ट्रोव को मारा.
Lose Joel, sure.
केडी गॉड भी फ्रैग्स निकाल रहा है.
The Vitality players already out of that area. So low commitment move there. Lion, we under pressure. TAG definitely want some payback after game 2.
Yeah, the Lion are really paying for it right now. Chunk down, HP so very low, and the pressure coming in from the entirety of the team is a bit
Nice
hard to
one.
work with. Nice shots coming in from Sahil Jat as well. Gamesky knocked down Hacks as well. Stolen away by that nade.
भाई जेकॉस भी गया.
Final member there.
जोकर अकेला है.
Joker all alone running away with his life. This guy is good. I mean, he's able to steal away a few points, but we want him to be able to not only bring back his team into the game, also survive as well. And it's going to be a long trek for him.
भाग रहा है जोकर.
It's a good time to bring up the fact that Team Apex Gaming, even though they haven't gotten a booyah today, but they are second in terms of, well, third in terms of the total placement points. But if you add on the accumulated elimination point, they're actually in second right now based on the system. Team Falcons getting another straggler, so that makes it 6 for them. I believe there's a rotation coming in. Straw Hats unfortunately perishes right out in the circle. Even for GD, still looking for a way back into this game. Aurora runs into Team Secret, who has been quite the challenge for them during the group stage, as Aurora are constantly haunted by Team Secret. The way that Vitality has shut down Team Secret so far.
Team Secret trying to find a nice angle here to go out there in the open. As Aurora just keep them boxed inside.
अभी भी 11 टीम्स अलाइव है, 41 प्लेयर्स अलाइव है.
Break down those blue walls first or coming outside. I'm worried about the choke area as well if that were to happen.
वाह टीजी एसएटीएस को मार रही है.
Have to take away the space from Aurora. June forced to move away here. They keep themselves barricaded inside. Blue walls also just strengthened up here as well. Aurora crossed through. Arjun takes a bit of chip damage. They tried to rally back, but the crossfires and choke coming in from Team Secret.
भाई बजा दिया टीम सीक्रेट ने.
And not only they get the eliminations, but also being able to bring the teammates back into the game. A great start by Team Secret on this map.
Valiant effort there, honestly, from Aurora, but unfortunately didn't expect the grenade launch.
बारिश चालू हो गई. मैं वही बोला ना मौसम बन गया भाई. ऐसा लग रहा था 5:45 बजे, ऐसा लग रहा था कि 8 बज गए.
Find that reset for now. Axel bailing away. This is sort of what was written in the stars at the start of the game, looking at how Aurora.
6 फ्रैग्स निकालने एसएटीएल. That's a good point. Tag with 7 eliminations. 45 points पे है.
Unfortunate situation, but not all hope is lost. Falcons now up against TG. You see utilities being tossed. They need to get on fire out of it. Flush him out from this high ground. Shanky inching forward. There's a backstab angle on fire. Still hanging on well, but
Shanky?
Kiroro is keeping a good eye out, but this time around they
भाई क्या खेल रही है टीम.
let that go. Gonna just move away as well. They're super aggressive today. They're not stopping that from happening. But in this situation, you just really gotta cut your losses.
टीजे कड़क खेल रही भाई.
Bring yourselves back into the game and then just go aggressive one more time. So TG there, Aztec got knocked down. And GD this time around already 2 eliminations. I would say they're surviving a little bit longer than the previous 2 maps earlier, but definitely
टीजी कड़क मार रही, टैग कड़क मार रही.
tempo that we saw them playing in the last 2 days.
Yep. Definitely need a bit more out of GD. Both in placements and eliminations. And that's sort of the challenge you have to face as a first timer on the big stage. You come in swinging on day 1, you better be able to adapt because everyone else will. And I think that is the current issue, right? Teams have sort of read the moves of GD. It's getting harder and harder for them to kind of use the same playbook.
Here we go, Rahat.
Wow!
Now, Zayel Jet somehow managing to turn things around with one singular shot.
Very good stuff from TAG. Lucifer was right. Day 1 is going to be it's going to be slower, but when they pick things up on day 2, they continue to carry that momentum into the survival stage.
क्या सोच रहा भाई?
A 9 point here, finding S8UL's Jack. Now taking over Zipway, there is the boat maker being called in. You have Falcons waiting in the wings as well. And this is also another rivalry that has formed in the survival stage. It's not just Falcons
Shanky gaya, Mafia gaya.
Falcons against Lion. The three big beasts taking on each
But Aztecs ने एक मारा, finish confirm करना important है भाई.
And Joker will be on the flank. Now Falcons might have to deal with TG.
It's just as we noted. Gives away the game. Binoculars. And now for the rest of Falcons, I am curious to see how exactly they're going to be doing. They are 2 bodies short in this fight, so could potentially be overwhelmed. And on top of that as well, if you look at the rotations there, the Falcons are moving away. Lion
Tag zone में पहुंच जाएगी.
sure they managed to steal away.
TG अच्छी जगह पे ही है, पहुंच रही है.
That took it away or not, since S8UL just slowly moving on the area. And now on fire.
Falcons गायब.
Eliminated early. You hear how excited the crowd is below, since it does gives a bit more space and less of a worry to the whole entire lobby.
Wow, Lion, that is going to hurt a little bit for the Falcons. We even put an early interview that Falcons admitted that yes, last year's run was a disappointing one, but they have a promise to keep. That they want to bring it back this year. Still some chances. They're still our favorite team to make it through today. We've reserved a slot for Falcons in the grand finals, but if a team wrestles it away, they're going to earn the recognition of everyone else. Aurora managing to fully recover. Same for Titan Gaming Club. Starting to get messy. 11 minutes in, 10 teams left. And even a circle, plenty of open area to work with.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well. But the compounds, majority of them had already been taken away. There's space for S8UL though to come in toward that northern side of where Vitality is currently holding. Now, for TEC, just waiting the wings as well. DRS putting that pressure to the members of Team Secret, keeping them away for now. Hoping to see whether I can play some chip damage. If one knock does happen, just know that they're going to be collapsing if possible. As Aurora rushes forward, TEC in trouble. Neja takes a bit of chip damage, but Aurora's push is going to be delayed by these blue walls. But for now, they are going to get completely chunked. Space taken away by TEC here. Kutush winning the wings. Reha does manage to drop down another glue wall. And it just feels that Aurora is just breaking through unlimited amounts of space. Blade takes a lot of damage here. May have been more than he can chew. Knocked down. And as for the rest of the team now, Azriel gets one more. TEC, 2 more players back. Nejad brought back into the game. Lion wants to join in as well. Hacks on the outer side has been knocked down here. The shots are good. Lion waiting, very, very patient. As for TEC, they're being crunched.
This is going to be a tough one because Lion was the one to set it up. Games King, round the corner there. 2 teams at once, not a problem. Lion roaring to life here. 14 eliminations, and count that number out. TEC have been wiped out. Aurora, they're going to come in and make something happen. Make the best out of this mess. But we have a 4th team arriving. It's S8UL.
We're waiting for quite some time as well here. Lion decides to slow it down. Aurora somehow managing to reset their whole entire team, but they're boxed in, forced to break in those blue walls. But Lion, Joker still on the outer side, caught out in the open. Zeus was ready for him. A double kill for Aurora, 4 eliminations already. Now for the next part here is going to be S8UL. The shots are true. Lion barely alive, eliminated quickly as Azriel will be the one to take him away. The rest of S8UL, will be able to make a little bit of space away from Aurora, and they're just waiting things out.
Can Aurora find that conversion here? They managed to get a bit of a breathing room. Again, Aurora not overheating.
No.
Very good discipline. Tro is going to start feeling the heat, but Aurora back into the building with the blue zone.
Jack gaya.
Good opener on a Jack. Didn't know the numbers now. Lock Soul out of the exit.
बनी ने एक मारा. कोजा का एक ने टीजी के 2 बंदों को ले गया. S8UL गायब.
And S8UL are out. TAG on the radar. Vitality wiping out Total Gaming Esports IQ.
They were so aggressive with it as well. There were just so many fights
अब टैग पे है. Will they conquer that number 1 position?
Being sure to cross through these buildings,
Because 64 and 53, 11 points का difference है.
TAG finds the last few members of Aurora. Unfortunate situation, but definitely a better run for this team.
अब 10 का ही है.
Turns their attention to DRS.
And I gotta say, TAG, another great rotation. They
10 point का ये भाई.
to scan out their next move towards the western side of the earlier save zone. They rotated it, and now you look at the
Difference of 10 points.
Best spot to have a chance to get a booyah. Third for them on the world stage, including the one from the group stages.
Tikui sharp as heck as well, but TAG will be the one who goes huge.
भाई DRS भी गायब.
Completely wiping out the members of DRS.
Oh, this is so good for TAG.
But now TS is just stuck inside of the compound. Yes, they can just fortify their space, but there's not a lot of space to work in. One nade will be able to completely chunk them down. And in fact, they are cutting
टैग फंसा रही है हर टीम को भाई, आइसोलेट करके खेलती है, बहुत अच्छा खेल रही है.
And they're making sure they don't get knocked out so quickly. Seebeck, a lot of damage taken, barely alive right now. One more for Hwang M is enough. No, able to recover his life.
Wait.
Finally knocked down here, but Nell ready for it, steals him away. But TAG
गन डायनेस्टी को भी गायब कर दिया टैग ने.
Like I said, TAG have the best shot right now. They got the read so well, and even the circle shift benefits them. Riptide rhythm out of the defenses of Vitality.
भाई टैग हिलने नहीं दे रही किसी टीम को.
Team Secret in the rough spot, and TAG are feeling it.
Tag is not allowing anybody to win it.
just putting in the pressure to the members of Vitality. One member gone down already, but the sides against it. Gonna go for nice shot. Two-hand shot knocked down already. The members of TS are limping right now. PLS1 will follow suit.
Oh boy.
बजा रही है एक-एक करके.
Hwang M brought back into the game, barely alive, but the pressure and crossfire coming in from TAG is too much.
एक और को उड़ा दिया. फिनिश कर दिया.
Alone in this situation and fed it to Shoto. Another point, 19 in limbs.
Can they get Sauja back up to make it a fair 4v4? But here comes the Hornet. TAG, they've been in this spot multiple times. And they're looking to do it.
भाई Vitality को भी दो रहे हैं.
19 points. The Hornets falling under the force of
दो दिया टैग ने Vitality को.
Proud India team Apex Gaming with their booyah in the
Bro, this team has gone mad.
Paris.
Crazy work coming in from TAG. Positioning was good, and it was so methodical how they take each one of these fights. Every call was just phenomenal, being able to just take it step by step. And finally, in the end, taking down the Giants is a statement in itself.
India having a field day today. First, it was Total Gaming Esports IQ, and now Team Apex Gaming. They have done it again, man. All those years of waiting has finally paid off.
Madness, bhai, utter madness.
Make that 4 booyahs for the region.
Crazy work, and what a way to just really make an entrance to your comeback back to the big stage. And it just feels like what AJ said, today is a day where you really cannot count anyone out. In the beginning just now, we had our favorites. We had the Falcons and Vitality taking 2 spots. But now, with this speed, with this aggression coming through, perhaps we might just all be wrong.
We could be wrong, honestly. I was talking to Lucifer on the way here, and I was like, hey, what do you think about the chances of TAG? Because I think they have a good chance of making it through. I think TAG really have what it takes, and I think he agrees, right? Obviously, we had some discussion about how much of a problem TAG is going to pose to some of the front runners here, and he feels like. And that's the best punchline I've said. Bees into Vitality replay. The Bees got taken down. The Hornets dispatched. But yes, maybe they are going to pose as one of the roadblocks for the other South Asian teams because they know each other too well. But based on what we've seen in game 2 and 3 specifically, I'm looking forward for TAG to get into the finals, if anything.
Yeah, you can't help but just get so excited for them. The energy was just so loud. If you guys are here in the arena,
34 points!
Elimination, every time they get a team wipeout, they just completely go loud and it just shakes the entirety of the space. 34 total points with 22, matching up with the stats that we saw from Falcons in the beginning of the day.
Absolutely. And even when Game 3 started, I believe that TAG were actually third in the overall standings. Now I feel like they could be first by the end of this, right? I'm 99% sure that they are going to be first. But we'll let our statistician do the confirmation.
Bro, we are #1 by 4 points.
We are going to be back in just a little bit for more survival stage Free Fire action.
Garena Free Fire requires a high level of artistry. So today, we are going to be testing our Team Secret's capability, their creativity in how good they are at art. Nan7 is going to be our very brave rusher. His job is to draw the character of his choosing. The rest of his team members will have to, first of all, guess which character that is, and second of all, give him a score of 1 to 10. Let's go. You've got 3 minutes. I assure you it's not a stick man. Oh no, it is a stick man.
Okay.
Okay? Okay? All right. I'm sure it's very easy to guess. Come on, guys. You should know this.
Yes.
Okay. What's your score? So easy to guess and you only give him 3.5? 2? 1?
Based on beautiful.
Pangam, are you ready?
Okay.
Confident?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Mấy hồi xưa tao đi học tao ghé cho môn vẽ luôn. Tao biết môn vẽ, tao ghé môn vẽ mới lên. Tao phải môn vẽ lắm tao.
So obviously, you guys can't be too harsh with them, okay? They've only got 3 minutes to do this.
Okay.
Look at that. Can you guys guess who that is?
Ignis.
Ignis?
Trưởng từ chớp. Tatsuya.
Yes, it is Tatsuya. Okay, now how many points? Not too bad at all. Not too bad. Okay, Tikui.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you watch these videos on the internet and they're drawing something weird. It doesn't look anything like the final product, and then they flip over the canvas and boom, you've got some artistic stuff there. This is not that. Okay. Chikui, your time is up. That's 3 minutes.
Capella.
Capella? No.
Moko.
Moko? No.
Nikita.
No.
Tao chịu luôn á. Này nha, điều kiện đây có Moko là Nikita là Suzy nè. Có gì? Kashi.
Say yeah. Yes. Okay. Give him some marks. I see a 0.25 there, and I did not even know we can go down to the decimals. Okay, ready? You can start now.
Tao biết cái gì. Rồi, biết luôn rồi. Yeah, now.
It took less than 10 seconds.
Đoán đây. Vô công. 10 out of 10.
7.25, I'll take that, man. Okay, good job. So we clearly have the winner of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're back here with the Mustachioed Brothers. And you know what? India is absolutely killing it on the battlefield today. I mean, I cannot know exactly how they are manifesting everything, but Lucifer, things are getting done in the best way possible for the region.
In the very best. And you mentioned this yesterday, Chak De India, and it's almost happening here.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. 34 total points is what they ended up bringing for themselves, and that was very much crucial. That puts the right strides for the ship of India, as well as Team Apex Gaming. They made it possible. Got 2 booyahs. Even Husky was mentioning. In a total, if you add total gaming for India, it's 4 booyahs. That's a big and phenomenal stuff to do at EWC 26 Paris.
Quite a consistent run today for the squad, but a team that's not having a great start here is Gun Dynasty. We saw how well they did on day 1. The mechanical supremacy of that squad definitely got proven on that day. But
guys, कुछ और ही try करना पड़ेगा अपने को. Channel is not working.
Today, we barely see them on that leaderboard. I'm expecting them to rise up in a little bit, but let's see exactly what Husky and Tosh Bunny think of that.
Oh my gosh, everything has been so high energy here. We're seeing the Titans getting challenged, and now we're already at the 4th map of the day. Can you believe it, Husky?
I want to say I cannot, but yes, I can. Well, guess what? We still have a lot more to go through. We are closing in on the halfway point. In game number 4, it is going to be another map where the Hornets are looking to take some big points away. It is going to be none other than Solara. And we also did say that by the end of match 3, high chance that TAG are going to be first on the leaderboard, and I think we're correct. I think TAG now are at the top, and can you believe it? India qualifying in the grand finals on survival in top slot. I can't wait to see them pull that lever and crush the remaining 8 keys. But, you know, I don't want to keep being too hopeful. I want to see the results play out. The point difference aren't that far apart as of now, but there's a clear discrepancy from top 2 and the rest.
I mean, it is, after all, a very long day, right? I mean, we're only about to hit that halfway point, which is honestly insane, because yesterday we saw moments where, you know, toward the halfway point, teams just start to switch it up, go completely crazy. I'm talking about you, Twisted Minds. And now you look at DRS up against TEC. Both teams aware of where each other might be here, but no one really wants to start off this fight quite yet. Perhaps trying to get a bit of information where anyone might be here, but again, it's too early to just really go in for this all-outs. But speaking of all-out fights here, Nil going huge up against Games King, moves away, and you don't want to make a mistake against this particular player.
Absolutely not. See if Nil can win this out. He does have the mini Uzi. The bit of a fire, eh, boy?
Movement.
Almost. Bit too close for comfort. That's 3 for Straw Hats. The only Bangladeshi team that got a booyah so far on the stage. And that was yesterday. And it's also the booyah, the golden booyah that sent them into survival stage, just slightly edging out the 11th spot team, which was our Ali. So far, we're still waiting for some magic for Straw Hats, but there have been some signs of life. The panel talked about Shock being the hard carry, and he's still putting his name on the feed. Extra, not wanting to miss out, gets himself 2-piece.
Yeah, and DRS will be the one taking the shorter off end of the stick here, excuse me. With only 2 members left, need to be able to survive. Now, TAG, you can hear how loud the crowd is below. You know some stuff is happening somewhere in the wings, and I'm excited to see what exactly happened there. But for the rest of the Straw Hats now currently in the lead, hot in this lobby. And as for the rest of the teams as well, we saw Team Secret have a bit of action as Aurora is going to try and take away the space from S8UL. The other 2 members still alive and decided they don't want to have anything to do with Team Aurora. And for good reason. Now, Zeus coming forward here away, going to be able to spot out some of the members of this team, but no movement yet. But now they rush through forward. Was not expecting a crossfire coming in for S8UL. Zeus, bit more than Joe they can chew, decides to challenge, nor being able to come out up in the end against Azrael. And now Zeus as well will fall. Aurora, they start to have a good start earlier, but now it's just a quiet one once again.
And another early conflict that they were not able to overcome. A lot of times we look at Zeus and the Axel as sword in the shoe, but today it seems like the shoe isn't holding. So Axel again left to his own devices to bring this back, but it's about to run into Team Secret. Long-time rival. Hong crosses paths with him. More than enough time for Axel to get the revive in.
It's not really
blessing in disguise, honestly.
Now coming through forward as well. The lightning zone is online as Team Secret just quickly rush forward there. Joel doing Joel things, finds Nejat quickly and takes him away. Quickly brought back into the game. Aggression not stopping from Team Secret here. 2 elims already and decides to clean up house because Lion now in trouble. 2 teammates as well going to fall as quickly. Once again, Joker, the last person standing. And Team Secret, once they want that space, well, you cannot try and wrestle it away from them.
I think one of the, I wouldn't want to use the term underdog, but one of the teams that a lot of people are really looking forward to have a monstrous performance today. We have agreed on this Lion, right?
Right.
So far, it's a no-show. Aside from Game 2, I think that was the best we've seen. I mean, Game 3 was also okay, but I think it's that inconsistency that, you know, sows the seed of doubt. It's extra getting gunned down. Raha trying to huddle around the corner there, but not against Bunny.
You know, but they're in trouble because Vitality is coming online here as well. Troll knocked down already here. Bunny gonna try and move away. Seabank in his sights, but immediately the Valiant Rush takes down his defenses and they rush through and knock him down. But S8UL gonna try and rally back here. 6 eliminations already. But gonna be forced to move away as DRS also in the area.
They're actually doing a very good job standing up to Team Vitality. And now the ray comes through, the bond of eclipse in favor of Team Vitality. Koja is down though. Sibang might be looking to back off and reposition with the stealth bites. And the boat maker, unfortunately, ending up forcing both SAUL and Vitality away. Bunny trying to cut down the glue wall and into the gun barrel. Balu, DRS intervening and getting themselves at third.
Just really hunkering down, waiting for time. But Joel, you do not want to show your head into his peripheral vision. But now TAG says that they want more. The Hornets will be hunted down. And
Vitality क्या लगा दिया tag ने.
Joel will be the one to run away with his life. Shoto, he's been doing phenomenal. Call it a family buff if you want. Top performer for his team here.
Dos frags.
That's the superstar that India has been waiting for on that world stage. 3 days in a row, Shoto has been the consistent factor, the constant variable that allows Toto Apex Gaming to show up in the darkest of times.
Tag is really on top, man. खा गई है tag बाकियों को.
72 points at the start of this game, but with those eliminations, it's definitely only going to go up. And Vitality being crippled and forced to hard reset as well. Team Apex Gaming, they can have a very good shot of extending the lead. But they are on the southeastern side of the map. I believe they use the binoculars to scan out one of the Aurora members, which is Axo. And now I want to see if TAG are going to move up north first, because that's where they might run into Vitality again. But instead, Apex, they run into Aurora.
Yeah, and Zeus now in trouble. The rest of the team completely collapsing. June barely alive right now. Being one with the tree, surviving for quite some time here. But you know Tag, once they put in that damage and that space, they do not let go. Movement is seen. Shoto as well as teammate rushing forward here from two different angles. Forced out.
वो एक फ्रैग पकड़ रहे हैं अब. They are like हम एक फ्रैग नहीं छोड़ेंगे. Tag क्या कर रही है? तेरा भाई.
Then you can do here. 13 eliminations already. Tag also trying to show us that they too are the Reapers on this map.
This is a team that's feeling themselves. They're having a lot of fun. They're having a good time, and they're having a great game.
Tag खोल चुकी है धागे भाई.
On the run this time with no vending machines in sight. Strox picked off. Tikui actually getting tagged from 10 miles away. The glue wall's gone down. Riptide Rhythm. Too dangerous for Team Secret to linger around for too long, and PLS1 will try to look for a bailout angle here. As Lion now pushes forward into Team Secret.
Tag धागे खोल रही है.
Yeah, Hensha's already back into the game as well. And speaking of that, Lion, final member running away with his life, somehow surviving here. PLS1 trying to make a good situation out of bad one. Pratik will be the one to fall. 9 eliminations already. They've been hanging around this area for quite some time, catching so many rotators here on top of being able to wipe out almost a whole team. Alu forced to give away that space, hoping that he doesn't get hunted down by this team. Takes a bit of chip damage as Troax also close by. If timing is good, could be able to snag another point onto the last member of Lions.
खा गई भाई. Tag खा गई पूरी तरह से.
Again, the adventures paid off again, bringing its whole team back. A third chance in this game. Lion, unfortunately, after the early encounter with Team Secret, came out on the battered end. There's the vending machine nearby.
Utter madness है भाई tag से.
Unfortunately, the Skylar not really the best character for you to sneak into these areas. Takuri also bringing his teammates back. DRS might be sticking around here for just a little while at studio.
A lot of teams barely inside the zone as well. Really just
Vitality को पकड़ रहे. वाह. No खम कर रहे. Frags Falcon के.
From the southern side, a lot of space to work with. Good timing.
And TAG are on the ball with the rotation today, man. Vitality is still down 1 and having to face up against Falcons. So far, the head-to-head is 2-2. Well, 2-1. I think in favor of Vitality. Let's see if Falcons can tie it up now with the man advantage, but also have to be careful that S8UL could find a couple of pickoffs. In fact, Joel, who is far away from his frontline digs, found the Aurora members, and Axel, he's hit.
Oh!
The double sniper of Team Vitality paying off big time.
Yeah, and it's really good because they're just so aware. If you don't get the instant elimination, that it's over for you because your position's been noted. On fire, barely alive, but brought back into the game. And Vitality tries to make things work. Dix was the one who was cornered. But the Valiant Rush gives away his position.
खा गई है भाई टैग तो
Out there in the open, you can't do much against a
लॉबी के बजा दिए हैं पूरे.
I believe Joe went down to the blue zone, so unfortunately Zebang is going to be forced to get that revive. And there's a vending machine nearby where he is, so not a problem there. He also has the Steffi ability card. Can help them to do utilities if they make it later stage. So Falcons free themselves up in this compound. The circle closes in just slightly northwest side of TV Tower, but again, a lot of open areas.
Look at TAG right now already with 13 eliminations, truly marking themselves as the Reaper. And this is interesting because the slowdown is happening. We saw the first few games coming in today, the first few maps, very, I would say, aggressive from almost beginning to end. But this time around, everyone's just being so cautious about this final few circles here. But Team Secret wants to break the noise.
वोटा गई, TG माफिया ने मारा एक, फिनिश भी कर दिया.
For more positions noted. Shanky tries to bide his time, moves away, cannot use any utility either. So Decoy should be able to just pick him off, and they want more. The rest of TG want nothing to do with this. Rushes forward into the arms of GD. Not going to be a better option either in this situation.
वाह मर गया.
Yeah, Aztec delivered himself into Gun Dynasty, and Vanel will gladly take that. But still, Mafia able to bring him back. But this say one of the key figures of TG is Mafia, and he is still around. Koja getting chased now. As Team Secret, they look for round 3 to right the wrongs of what has happened in the past few games. But unfortunately, still do not have the position. Diggs quick on the movement. And once more, Vitality outsmart Team Secret. The players will just take Joel down.
अब नूर एसएडीएल टीजी को मार रही है. That's good.
To keep themselves in this fight.
Ensha just running with his life there. Koja with the backstab trying through, but none of the shots are actually hitting. So Team Secret able to get away with this, able to deck that space into the safe zone. And as all of this are happening, Aurora also knocked out. But Koja as well will be picked off here. Not the best situation for Vitality.
TG माफिया ने DRS के प्लेयर्स को भी मारा है.
Vitality has been playing the survival game the entire round. Kutush tags Joel as things escalate from bad to worse as Joel is now out. Koja is going to get brought back, but more than 13 minutes into the game, there really isn't much more real estate left. Binoculars used by Team Impact's Gaming scans out the entirety of SA-Duel, just hogging TV Tower. Launch pad at the ready. TAG, is this going to be the rush?
Yeah, they have
लगने वाले TAG के.
So far out of the zone as well. PLS1 gets knocked down here, but Jack wants to see whether they can land those shots. Wolven falls. Zahil Jet takes a lot of damage. They do manage to put down those blue walls and try to turn things around. But somehow through all of that, the Falcons also are just in trouble.
Falcons गायब. TG गायब.
While the rotation there from TAG, the fact that no one went down means that they get a second chance, but how do you get out of this situation? There is the low ground. They find cover. TAG again making good on that movement. And show
हो कहाँ है वाइटैलिटी के प्लेयर को? I just feel भाई ये इंटरनेशनल लॉबी के लिए बने हुए हैं. पीपल से मैंने जितना सुना है इन्होंने कोई इंटरनेशनल गेम्स खेले नहीं है. बट आई वुड से
to take some fights from different teams. Regardless, DRS also close by, but no one going for full commits. But TAG decides to take the fight to GD's front door. Gun Dynasty now in trouble, stuck inside a small little corner, cannot move at all. Forced to reposition as SAUL decides to chunk them down for a different angle. But they do manage to reposition because DRS pressuring SAUL from the other side.
This is gonna get messy in just a little bit. Shoto finally gunned down by Bunny. As he spams tagged as well.
फाइनली अपनी टीम कुछ कर रही है, बट अपनी टीम को मार रही है.
Up and down again. SAUL relentless on their gunfire. And this could be the undoing for TAG because SAUL do not want them to get too far ahead. and is starting to break down the foundations of Apex Gaming.
So much pressure, and the circle shift is coming. C-Bank, the only thing he's got is just that tree, but Benedict Kutush not able to get that elim. Must be frustrating. but
Stealth
he
use कर लिया है.
position. And throughout all that, Prati and David from Gun Dynasty also fall. It's hectic on the other side of the map here, but I have to say for C-Bank, this is a huge window of opportunity with this later rotation. He hasn't been spotted out at all.
Unfortunately for TAG, they're sort of constantly stuck with SAUL and DRS. Gun Dynasty out in 6th spot. TAG down to just 3 members. As I believe they did lose one of the members here. DRS and SAUL are moving. And Alu, plenty of pressure onto both of the other teams there. Sibang actually tagging Shoto to a pixel angle. Things are getting rough now. TAG and SAUL springs to life. It is their chance to make good on the opportunity presented.
Weak player.
Wolvin barely alive right now. HP gonna be able to
Arey.
not able to. And that point goes straight to
SAUL.
Excited to be able to take down one of the giants in the lobby. Our top 4 already here with SAUL. Numbers advantage in their hands. The space as well, the high ground in their favor. Alu does try to come close here, but Kutush not aware that C-Bank is close by. One knock is here. Rahat barely alive. And they try to rally back.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing here, Tash?
What?
This could be a potential South Asian lobby. I'm all for it. We've lost DRS Gaming, but there's still the Indians and the Bangladeshis here, TEC and SAUL. But Sibang is really good in hiding. Trying to heal up, but the blue zone's gonna push him out of position. SAUL on the rush, Jack on the
Whoa.
SAUL, they have a good chance. India
ले भाई, SAUL का भी आ गया एक.
They have the numbers, they have done it.
एक SAUL का भी आ गया.
SAUL scores a booyah here in Paris.
South Asia rally back, rise up, looking so good through these past few maps. And SAUL wanting to join in on that and show us that they too belong here. Crazy work coming from them to be able to survive as a squad and remain healthy. On top of that as well, a huge
सबने मार लिया भाई.
elimination points just really boost them forward.
They now have a chance to be actual contenders, big threats to the top 4. But one thing has remained a constant so far. TAG, I think they had 17 eliminations before they got wiped out. Team Vitality, another podium performance here. So these constants is going to be the key ingredients for them to make it to the grand finals. And I gotta say, I am nothing short of impressed. I am now a big fan. I mean, I was a fan. I'm already a big fan.
Right.
I'm an even bigger fan.
I mean,
अंधा हुआ ओए वो
हेड मार दिया उनका
देख के वॉल नहीं है
कोई ना आ गया
मादर
and you can see them just really cool, calm, and collected throughout all of that. And it's a huge win for this team. If anything, right now, I agree with you. These constants, we're starting to see which teams are able to make it all the way till the end. We're starting to see which teams are more aggressive in terms in collecting all of these eliminations. After all, a nice combination and mix of the eliminations and these placements will be able to launch these teams forwards. And I'm really excited to see the overall score, to see which teams are on top. But the match standings here, there, you saw 18 and 17 from both these teams, outnumbering Team Vitality and even Team Falcons.
ओ भाई, SAUL top 4 में सीधा.
This is just the start of the day, you know. It's not like they warmed up and then they started, you know, grinding their gears. No. We are not even at the halfway point. Out of the 4 booyahs so far in the survival stage, 3 of them have gone to India.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Free Fire fans on site and watching from the comforts of their home. You can quote me. India on top right now. They're doing better than Thailand. They're doing better than Vietnam. They're doing better than everyone else so far today.
You know, we had a conversation with AJ and he just said that, you know, wanted to see South Asia, India, and all of these teams just really just put up a fight, I mean, after all, it has been a while since they have come to the big stage, right? But now, you know, they have not only exceeded expectations, you could really tell they came here to win it.
They 100% did. But we've talked about the star of the show, the star of Team Apex Gaming, which is Shoto. And guess what? We've got him. So let's hear what he has to say.
Yes, we do have him live right here on the main stage from Team Apex Gaming. We have got Shoto joining me. Shoto, we've got to talk a little bit about day one and your progress as a team into day two and now day three. Day one was, let's face it, it was pretty difficult for you guys. Day two, you picked up the pace, a few booyahs, and now today, you guys are playing incredibly well. What's changed from day one through to now?
On day one, we planned some things, but that didn't go as planned. So on day two, we studied the other teams and we played.
Just made adjustments throughout each day. Have you changed anything from yesterday to today?
Yes, we changed drop points.
Change in drop points. Okay, now, I do want to ask you as well. I had the opportunity yesterday to talk to your family.
Proud mom.
In the stands, we had a really nice chat. To tell you the truth, I think it's the same in a lot of esports, right? Your dad didn't quite understand esports, so didn't really understand whether or not to support you through it. Now he's here, and he told me he's your biggest fan. What's it like having your family here supporting you while you're here on the main stage doing what you love?
Like, I'm really feeling proud that my family is supporting my passion.
And that's it. A man, a few words, but don't worry about it, Shoto. You guys can do all the talking on the battlefield. Now, congratulations on everything so far.
कोई बात नहीं. He's scared to give interviews, but it's all good, रे. वो खेल अच्छा रहा है, cute है, बढ़िया है. His mother is proud. That's it.
Unknown caller.
Proud mom, man. बच्चा स्टेज पे हो.
Welcome back to Free Fire at EWC 26. I'm here with Glitter Explosion, the person that's currently in first place with the golf competition that we're having. And since you're in first place,
बच्चा स्टेज पे हो. Mom being
I'm
proud.
gonna let you try.
If I can win, somebody's gonna win for me. We got Husky, Lucifer shooting basketballs. How about this?
Yeah.
You pick somebody for your team. I'll pick somebody for my team. Whoever actually scores a bucket gets a point.
I just heard one go in. I don't know who shot it, but I heard one go in.
Okay. Well, you're winning right now, so I'll let you pick first. Who are you gonna pick?
I'm picking Husky.
Husky?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucifer, you're on my team, baby.
Husky, you're on my team.
You guys get a chance to decide who's gonna be going first as you're in the lead.
All right, fine. Husky, what do you want to do?
Let's go first.
Oh,
That's what we like to hear.
Okay, all right. Let's see if you actually make it, Husky. How about this? Come on, please. Miss it. Miss it.
Get out of there, Seven. Leave him alone.
I'm gonna do this.
That looks good. Oh.
Yes.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
You got this. You were meant to do this.
No, you can't do this.
No, he can do this. Oh, the dribbles were a bit off. Okay, you know
Both
what?
hit the rim.
We'll,
Both hit the rim. That sounds like a tie.
You're still in the lead.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I hate it.
Guys.
Slash Glitter, you're actually not on the lead anymore for golf. It's that man right there. He's on my team, and he's also beating me in that one. But right now, honestly, the storyline for Free Fire at EWC 26 Survival is India. We have gotten a booyah from every single
It is utter
team.
madness.
Feels unreal. When me and Husky were on the desk yesterday casting these games
No
and when
support.
Dad got the very first booyah, he mentioned this is history being made. while that went into my mind and all the viewers who were watching back in India, I realized one thing. This is not just history being made by TAG, but it is them paving way for the future. And you could see what just happened. Total Gaming getting the very first booyah. Now SATL following that suit. And that is not just India, but even South Asia getting close in that lobby.
And it's the confidence that the squads are playing with. We saw TAG willing to take the early fight with Vitality. Out of all the squads, usually we would see them maybe being shy from it. They were like, nah, we want the smoke.
Yeah, I mean, and they're just waiting for the opportunity really to eliminate Vitality. That is the greatest threat in this lobby right now. And it seems like it is working. Though they are not familiar with drop spot as well as rotation of Southeast Asia, because we were talking about that, right? Southeast Asia is familiar of Southeast Asia. South Asia is familiar of South Asia. And they are going against each other. But I'm really loving that final situation where despite of all the pressure, there's still some fight in them.
Yeah, because I did not expect that we, Fatality, can outlive TAG actually, because we only had one person down in that game. We only had Chibang, and he showed great you know way of playing, where he himself was on stealth mode. He tried to take one person at a time to face, and I mean, let's take a look at the highlight one more time. That is just amazing what he did. 5 elimination points. That is so great.
I know you want to talk about this one. Neptune, the M249.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've seen this used very often, especially in recent time.
Yeah.
M249, who's worried about Riptide Ridden? If you have the M249 to break down all those blue walls, it cleared the way for SAUL. Buddy was just in there rocking it and just sitting in one corner. No one can get away from him.
Hey, I don't have my lasso here, but with the M249, he was rounding up every squads down there. That's what he ended up doing. Buddy, brilliant job coming in from his end. And towards the end, while you mentioned about Sibeng, right? The end fight that we ended up witnessing was almost South Asia versus Sibeng. That's all it was.
Yep, Sibeng was carrying his team and carrying Southeast Asia. And I mean, take a look at this point. 58 elimination points from Team Fatality right now. We have the same amount of Booyah 1. So basically, this is Conchita versus Lucifer.
Well, right now, it's also that top 4 squads wanting to make sure they go to the finals. And the crazy thing is that we have SAUL Esports tied with Team Secret.
Yes, Team Secret is something that I really been keeping an eye for, because I feel like they need to wake up. I mean, they had 21 points before, and now they're 35. They do need to take a lot more focus on the next game, because the first game, the second game, it wasn't too great for them. I mean, they only got
4 games हो गए guys.
eliminations, 8 or 9. So
I'll be coming back in a moment. रुक जाओ, पानी आनी लेके आता हूँ. Game number 5 it is. We will be halfway stage.
Cute flight path might happen. It's not only that, even the final circle might end up in the water. We've seen that in some of the days within this week.
Yeah, there could be a lot in terms of the flight path, especially as you can see the players themselves, right? They're taking a look at what happened in the previous games, especially rotations as well. Which team is going to be where? Because we already saw on stage when Shoto mentioned that we've changed our drop spots. That's something that teams are going to be checking on. Do we have a newer challenger, maybe a drop clash happening, and that's what they want to change and figure out to better their strategies. As you said, Seven, it is the last chance on survival stage.
Let's see now. I mean, I'm looking at my stats right now, the numbers in Purgatory and Team Apex Gaming. They'd get a Booyah in here, and out of all the teams in a survival stage, they're the ones on top. So it seems like Team Apex Gaming will still get it once again.
I really like it that while you all say that it's tag is at top, their hashtag is also tag on top, and they are doing it. That's the best way possible for us to see here, and for India back home. Everybody's happy for them, because this is what I think once India made it to the global stage, in the very first representation, they wanted to make sure they make a statement. And oh boy, 3 teams all out loud there.
But honestly, I mean, we're talking about India. I do read some articles that India is actually very big, and I'm so glad that they finally made it to international level. So, because international level, sorry, what was that? Again, I'm just so excited talking about you guys, because after the 2 or 3 years break, it was so nice to finally see the new talents and the strength that India have. I mean, just take a look at the comment sections. Most of our viewers are Bangladeshi, Indians. They're everywhere.
They're definitely going to be everywhere. And you were mentioning that hashtag tag on top. Don't forget the hashtag EWC and hashtag EWC26 as well, because I know tag's owner, none other than Jonathan, he's going to be looking like, oh yeah, we might be going, oh, you know what? We're definitely going to be going to the finals. What are you expecting? Because Lucifer, I know after next match, you're going to go back to casting. You can see some of the comments there. Vitality, I mean, they've definitely been performing well. So far today, 8 placement points average every single match. And then eliminations, 14.5. That is just ridiculous. Now, when we go back to the Indian squads, because I was saying you are going to go back to casting after this next match, what are you expecting for them to finish like? Obviously, you want them to finish strong.
I think while we were already mentioning, and you spoke about, 1 is there. What about 2? And now the third one's entered into the question.
This man's greedy.
Maybe we want to take it all. That's what we want to do at the global stage here. And I think it has been coming. It's a pressure that was there on everybody's shoulder, and they had to step it up, and it had to be the IGLs itself, these long-range sniper players, and that's what I was mentioning. KD God, look at him, 10,000 plus damage is what he's delivered. You mentioned about that. That is crucial. When your IGL is able to take off so much burden, the players are able to play freely. That gives them those chances, and that's the reason Shoto went all out in this game, if you saw.
Absolute cinema. I know somebody else put that, but it's pretty much exactly what's currently happening with this squad. On the opposite side, we had Nepal, and they were able to perform pretty good in that last match, but we did see something out of Nepal, Neptune, and that was that they might have been playing it too passive, considering that when we're talking about tag, they have 62 points just from eliminations. That's more points alone than what Falcons currently has, and I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong too, the lobby feels way more aggressive.
Yeah, it is. I mean, last day of some of the teams right here, so that makes it more difficult for them. For Nepal, I know they're excited to be in here. Day number 1, they were showing up, but now this can potentially be the last day, so they are just bringing it all out. Hopefully they're not that pressured.
Yeah, no camping, no playing it slow. Take notes after what some of the other teams are doing. Make sure you get those eliminations. Tash, Bunny, Husky, this is your last match for today, and I know you guys are excited for it.
Super excited, and in fact we are now officially at the halfway point of the survival stage here in Paris, France. Again, it's South Asia Day. More specifically, the Indian teams, like the panel pointed out, all 3 of them have gotten a Booyah under their belt. Total Gaming IQ with 1, SAUL Esports with 1, and Team Apex Gaming with 3 in total so far on the world stage. Better than all the other regions we've seen so far. And I gotta say, we are starting to see the hierarchy, right? The hierarchy in the food chain. The top 2 teams, TAG and Vitality. And then the big separation before we got to Team Falcons. So if this continues, it's gonna be slightly more challenging for teams like Team Secret, DRS, and everyone else to catch up.
You know, this is where things get super interesting as well. Because you know that the South Asian teams want to continue the streak, but at the same time, after seeing the comments, right, everyone's super excited for the usual teams like Brazil, like say...
Guys, this game ke baad we will be halfway stage to the tournament.
To be able to break this streak And from what I've seen so far, South Asia not only is streaking, but they're also
Lion versus TG.
TG and Lion gonna drop off at the same time here. Dilla takes a bit of chip damage. Gonna drop off at the very top of this watchtower. But for now, being able to reposition where Shanky will be able to get knocked down here. Still very methodical as TG made a big mistake of peeking out one by one. And this gives Lion a huge advantage to just completely almost wipe out this team.
I'm almost certain that it was on purpose by TG. Took a gamble and lost it. But I believe TG also doing the same, dropping onto Aurora. The South Asian teams emboldened by the performances in the previous round.
TG gayab.
TG though, because of their earlier expedition, will be the first team to get wiped out.
1.5 minute.
Unfortunate situation. Lion already is so good on fire. Gonna have to take up their next matchup here. Team Secret managing to be able to just equalize here, bringing back teammate into the game. Even PLS1 somehow one more member to the name. Lion though will be rallying back. Joker has been so good on these long range fights. PLS1 forced to move away and straight into Joker's crosshair. And Joker not only getting a knock, but also another elimination in the bag. And this is a great start for this team. Quiet early today, but this start should propel them in terms of momentum forward.
Incredible stuff so far. I mean, it started with them basically almost getting a full wipeout on TG. And they sort of converted it into a team that picked the pieces. Sorora actually eliminated Della. So the backstab train continues. We say backstab train. The team tailing behind Aurora Gaming is actually TAG that ran into them early on. So it might just keep on paying forward right now.
Interestingly enough, this area is just so hot right now. It feels like everyone that just meets up with Lion is just falling like flies.
Excuse me.
Great shot onto Zeus as well, not aware where Joker has been holding on. And I have to say, this hold and positioning coming in from Lion allows them not only crossfires, but also be able to go for these trades in case need to be. But Jun is rallying back. He wants to start something here, wants to be able to flush away Joker from this corner. Forced to move away, takes a bit of damage, but also being able to bring Zeus back into the game, but pays for it with his life.
Yeah, Jun actually beat Joker in that. So a positive outcome. The chrono time turner slightly late. That's gonna potentially cost Azrael. Axel though trying to back up his teammate. Glads a shot. Always reliable as a pillar of Aurora Gaming. Now the rescue mission begins. He's Games King. That's the tag. Give it.
SATL में मारना चालू किया.
The Axel going big right now. And Jun back into the equation. Aurora Gaming stand tall.
This is looking real good as well. Aurora finally being able to be a little bit methodical with how they play here. Nice crossfires, three-way hold. Almost like a pizza cutter shape if you think about it. Being able to just play off one another here. Now Lion just now was the team to start off hot. And now they are the ones trying to just run away for dear life. As for DRS now in trouble, the Velen Dash used! And TEC being able to just really reap the benefits here. But they're not done. They know where Takuri and Pratik are. Force them away with the utility and those nades. But taking this very, very...
काश्मीर वाला देखे controversy. Yes, sir.
Also aware that Vitality also joining in the fight. Koja will be here first, stealing away.
वो तो बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा हो गया है. कुछ ज़्यादा ही हल्ला हो गया है भाई उस controversy का.
Koja putting in the pressure. Rahat solo forward. His teammate not able to cross up another Dix here with the
DRS गायब.
down all the walls and cleans up the rest of the team.
DRS out in the
Many things are going on. मैंने सोचा मैं भी cover करूँ Instagram पे, but क्या ही cover करके हो जाएगा.
In the situation, and it's also pretty unfortunate that TEC didn't have an answer to that. Della gets to a vending machine. The revive train will start. SAUL doing the same as well. As they did run in the team secret. Bunny into GD, gets a trade. No confirmation there. At least not for SAUL. TEC removed.
A lot of stuff happening right now. Shiro also getting knocked.
अब सोच रहा हूँ कर ही
Now
दूँगा
for
अगर.
the rest of these teams here, Aurora wanted to go in for this fight a bit more here. David on the outer side might be found out here by Zeus, but his team and him, nice tag team going on there as well. coming in together as a unit, double swings, triple swings, throwing in those bodies, not allowing or giving any moment to chance. GD, one member left, walks straight into the crosshairs of Team Aurora there. So not able to survive or get away with it, even giving some extra points. The very least, Shiro is still alive. Just go for a reset, bring back the teammates into the game.
I believe Lion might pay a second visit to Aurora, as they did show up. Joker trying to run away. I believe he almost got ran down by both Jun and Zuez in that vehicle. Kororo from far, that's off screen. So Tyridum actually, I believe, went wide just a little bit. Joker out in the open, and Jun finds a shot here. The rest of his teammates from the side of Lion, they don't really have the clearest of angles as Axel pins down Della. Separation done very, very well. Aurora Gaming isolating the individual players. Strip Tyrant out, Games King flushed out into the open. Tagged again, they call for June to turn around, Games King gets knocked down.
Another just rush forward. Joker that somehow managed to cross over, but could be dangerous as Della here joins in on the fray. Aurora, 2 members gonna be marking him, gonna cross through together. Too much damage dealt, and even onto the other side, Joker not able to hold on.
Yeah, unfortunate for Joker, he got hit by the thrill of battle as well, I believe. The A124 to disable whatever abilities that he has. Again, Lion, like you pointed
और
out.
सोल का देखिए सीड क्या रिप्लाई दिया, सैलरी कट कर रहा है प्लेयर्स, एग्जिट थोड़े ना कर देंगे इस टाइप का कर, तो आपके हिसाब से देख सिंपल, मैं तेरे को एक चीज बताता हूँ. इफ एंड इफ हम एक कॉर्पोरेट जगह पे काम कर रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम वर्किंग इन एन एक्स कंपनी. मैं अगर 10 मिनट लेट होता हूं ना, 10 मिनट, तो मेरे को हाफ डे लगा दिया जाएगा. इफ आई एम 10 मिनट्स लेट टू द ऑफिस, मेरे को हाफ डे लगा दिया जाएगा. मेरे एक दिन की सैलरी का आधा हिस्सा काट दिया जाएगा. तो यहां तो खाली 3% काट रहा है वो. भाई ये चीज तो मैं अप्रिशिएट करता हूं, सैलरी कट वाली. तो तुम मजे ले रहे हो, तुमको पैसे मिल रहे हैं, तो तुम कभी भी उठोगे, बिना प्रैक्टिस के खेलोगे. बकचोदियां पेलोगे, नहीं चलेगा. सो इन दैट केस Sid is doing good, management is doing good. मैं कोई भी एक्स कंपनी में काम कर रहा रहूंगा ना, मैं 10 से 15 मिनट लेट हो जाता हूँ. 10 मिनट का ग्रेस पीरियड मिलता है. 11वें मिनट पे अगर मैं लॉग इन कर रहा हूं, मेरे आधे दिन की सैलरी कटती है. दैट इज फॉर श्योर.
So far, the results have been positive.
Bit nervous with this rotation coming in from Team Vitality. It does cross by.
So I am happy कि गेमिंग कम्युनिटी में कोई ऐसा कर रहा है, कोई स्टैंड ले रहा है. भाई क्रियो से कुछ ऑर्डर करने वाले हो? नहीं, राइट नाउ नथिंग. अफजल भाई अभी कुछ नहीं. अभी तो रेजर का ऑर्डर करूंगा मैं. अगर रेजर से आप कुछ ऑर्डर करने वाले हो तो बताओ मेरे को.
That means the Team Secret will get
the shit is going crazy actually.
Again, but even for Team Secret, they don't really
but क्रियो से मैं शायद एक चीज ऑर्डर करूंगा. That is mic maybe. एक माइक्रोफोन ऑर्डर करना है मेरे को. Noise cancellation.
Coming on this fight, and TAG, this rotation is just looking really rough on them as well. You start to see SAUL putting in a bit more pressure as they try to rotate into the area. They do make it in there though, and this is where things get interesting because Noor currently doesn't really have the support from his.
अफजल भाई अगर पहली बार आए हो स्ट्रीम पे तो मेक श्योर कि आप सब्सक्राइब कर रहे हो, लाइक कर रहे हो.
On top of that as well, you can see Vitality definitely hearing the sounds rotate over toward them as well.
Look at this split from TAG. They definitely know that there's a third team around. Control was stolen away, KD got bit of a boost, just enough to get into the safety of his teammates. The warm embrace of the glue wall. Riptide Rhythm out from Joel.
रुको मेरा लिंक मैं आपको बाद में देता हूँ. मैं इंस्टाग्राम पे मेरे लिंक डाल दूंगा. मैं मेसा चैनल से आया था फर्स्ट टाइम, अभी तो सब्सक्राइबर हूँ. ओके ओके अफजल भाई, मेसा वाले हो, दैट्स क्रेजी भाई. चलो वाइटैलिटी पीछे ही पड़ गई है टैग के. नॉट एवरी टाइम मैन.
But can the star of TAG make a magic happen? Shoto down low.
Heal kar Shoto.
Explosives in hand. Up close raise. Joel again with a pick off. TAG out.
Guy TAG bhi.
Yeah, and it's loud down there, especially since TAG.
अरे नहीं यार, टैग नहीं जानी चाहिए थी.
An unstoppable force for the last few matches.
We are done with the fifth game. पांचवा गेम भाई, हम पांचवे गेम तक ही करने वाले थे आज भी.
But now they are in trouble. Don't have space in the zone and pressured by the Falcons as well, who've definitely been waiting for the right timing to stop the rampage coming in from the Hornets.
Falcons have been quiet.
Will not be doing more. 5 गेम ही करेंगे.
Change of play style.
या चाहिए तो अपन पूरा 10 गेम करते हैं. तुम लोग बोलो जैसा. If you want कि I should do 10 games, then I'll do 10. अगर तुम लोग देखने वाले हो तो मैं करता हूँ, बिकॉज मेरा अकेले देखने का मतलब नहीं है. मैं एक की वॉचिंग के साथ 4 गेम देख चुका हूँ.
Blue zone is going to hurt both them and Lion, but Lion is looking to get into the circle as quick as possible.
Games King barely alive at the end of that, on fire, making sure to put in that pressure. Joker as well, taking a lot of damage.
Lion Falcon वालों को मार रहे.
Knocking down one of the members from
इस गेम में एक्चुअली ज्यादातर तुमको किल फीड ही देखनी पड़ती है. There is no other option, क्योंकि 10 बार तो रिकॉल होते हैं प्लेयर्स.
Being able to get into the zone is going to be painful, but they still shoot back here with one of the members of Lion dropping into the pockets. But Joker will pay for his life. Pina knocked down as well. Both teams just hitting each other.
Falcon के प्लेयर्स भी मर रहे हैं. नूर भी गया. वाइटैलिटी ने बहुत प्लेयर्स को तंग किया है. So majorly guys, ये अपना लास्ट गेम ही होगा.
Recovery done by Lion. 2v1 situation. Limit doesn't really have much left in the bank.
और अफजल भाई, अगर आपके पास ज्वेल्स अवेलेबल है तो प्लीज भेज दीजिए, मेरे को हेल्प हो जाएगी. अगर आप 50 ज्वेल्स भेजते हो तो. तो यार 50 ज्वेल्स अगर आपके पास है तो प्लीज सेंड इट टू मी. एक मिनट में मेरा दूसरा फोन लेके आता हूँ. इस फोन की बैटरी कैसे
of the zone is coming.
अगर आप पे एंड्रॉइड है तो ज्वेल्स मिलेंगे. YouTube फ्री में देता है.
Lion somehow still surviving as well through that chaos, still alive as a 2. There are so many times that Games King nearly getting knocked down, being able to stabilize.
And we've talked about certain constants so far in the survival stage, and Vitality has been that constant. And running into Team Secret, this time into a firing range. Secret more than prepared.
क्या मैसेजेस दिख क्यों नहीं रहे भाई?
Right as we mentioned it, they knew the risk of crossing over and they didn't really have too much of a choice. It felt like a desperation play in terms of that rotation. Now Team Secret very happy with this outcome. Gonna try and take this fight up against Gun Dynasty. Gonna be opening it up here with the
क्योंकि अपने को esports nations कप कवर करने है तो अपने पास टाइम थोड़ा सा ऐसे लगे पड़े अपने बहुत कुछ कवर कर रहे हैं.
It is broken with the valiant dash forward, but will go down to Team Secret, ready to receive.
Team Secret मार रही है right now. That is a good thing.
One by one, completely overwhelming the rest of Gun Dynasty.
Abigail the Prodigy in the name of Tikoi as well. They did get rid of Hongam.
टीके जो है वो टिकोई जो है 4 मार चुका है.
Rock in a hard place. Intervention coming in. Aurora. They want to join a fight. A party's not a party without a Malaysian team. 12 eliminations on the board. Something that was highlighted early on. When they get the second win, they might be able to do it. Tikwe steps on the landmine. Nan goes down. Tikwe to follow. Aurora reaping the rewards and making 16 and counting.
They're just so aggressive and great timing as well. Different aggression seen throughout the entire day. Lion surviving as a 2 just now, barely alive. Della will be the last one standing, knocked down.
They can do this.
Guys, 5th गेम खत्म करके we will be going. उसके बाद ऑफिशियल चैनल पे जाओ, किसी और की वॉच पार्टी पे जाओ. You are free.
There it is, Aurora Gaming. 4 years in the making. And here we are, Aurora Gaming locks in first booyah in 4 years for Malaysia.
And the case should be there, no?
Must be great seeing this from them. Definitely a team, I would say, that is the epitome of taking it step by step. A rough map one, it's okay, go again.
अच्छा गेम निकाल लिए भाई. बाकी वाइटैलिटी वगैरह ये गेम दिक्कत में रहा तीनों इंडियन टीम्स. बाकी टीम्स ने परफॉर्म किया. Aurora being Aurora का aura was good in this game.
Of the hopefuls. Aside from vitality, every of the other favorites have been casted.
Now I just want कि टॉप 4 में एटलीस्ट 2 इंडियन टीम्स हो. लेटर हाफ ऑफ द स्टेज पे दिक्कत नहीं क्रिएट करें. टॉप 5 गेम में टॉप 4 में एक ही टीम है अपनी.
Those who are hungry for that trophy, and we are seeing that on the main stage.
And you know what's crazy?
आगे प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं आ जावे. क्योंकि अगर आगे प्रॉब्लम्स आई तो दिक्कत है.
We've seen so many last minute aggression come online, last minute changes that really changes the trajectory of this team. Aurora in this particular map really took it round by round, really take it fight by fight, and somehow being able to come up on top. Let's see what they have to say throughout that game.
Anyways guys, I'll be seeing you around in the next one. First half of the survival stage is done. पहले half में the games have been good. I would say अच्छी चीजें हुई. अभी अपन ENC कवर करने जाएंगे वैसे भी. तो तब तक के लिए जितने भी लोग देख रहे हो यार, सब्सक्राइब मार देना, लाइक कर देना. एंड मैं मिलता हूँ तुम लोगों से अगली स्ट्रीम में. अगली स्ट्रीम में भी मैं फ्री फायर की करूँ ना करूँ, देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन मार्क. आई एम नॉट श्योर कि मैं करूंगा या नहीं करूंगा. बट टिल देन बाय बाय, टेक केयर, सी या, लव यू.